Welcome back for probably the second most important battle of the day.
Yes.
We got Maven and Merc locked and loaded, especially that Maven guy. He's excited to see his favorite team, LAG, take on the Seattle Surge. Alley Cat, why is this such a big deal?
It's such a big deal because these are some teams that are still kind of on the bubble. LAG is a part of that big tie. Seattle Surge leading by just a couple of points. And Seattle Surge hasn't really been surging recently. They had strong respawns this split. Their biggest, strongest map mode right now is going to be that control. They were 4-1, but they fell versus Miami yesterday in a game 5 where they lost not only Search and Destroy, but lost map 1 and map number 3. So even though their respawns have been strong, they fell short recently.
Yeah, Monster Energy pregame champ spot, confident. They're the 6th seed with 160 CDL points. They're currently 3-3 in this split. With a win here, it guarantees the winner's bracket.
That's huge.
That's huge, and they're looking to win a tournament, right? Like, these guys aren't worried about not making champs. They've been great. You look at the respawn, they're like 10-6 there. The Search and Destroy 4-5. The game 5s have cost them a couple of series. I get that, but in Search and Destroy, like, I'm confident when they get to land, they can figure it out. They've been a good Search team majority of the season, despite what roster iteration that they've had. So Seattle definitely not feeling too much stress at this point in time.
On the other side of this fight, we have LAG, who is very much in the mix of things after some stellar upsets, including a match 1 roundup against Carolina. They took that series, and since then, Fame, Estriel, and DiamondCon have showcased their best series against Vegas and Boston.
For me, LAG has looked a million times better these past couple of matches.
Sure.
And the main focus has been on DiamondCon and Fame. DiamondCon, we knew what he was capable of doing. It was just about the consistency. It was the same story with Fame. A very high ceiling, but they weren't able to do it on a consistent basis. Now they're doing it across all 3 game modes, each respectively, with the positive KDs. For LAG, if they can continue this, the chance spot is in the hunt for the Monster Energy pregame. Yes, they have the 11 seed, but remember, that is a 4-way tie of 140 points. So with the win here, they could jump 3 other teams.
Yeah, I mean, like, these guys 50% in all 3 game modes throughout this split. The new maps look good in Vista. Fame's been crazy in Search and Destroy, but like, as trivial as it may sound, it just feels like they're in a better headspace. Every time we talk to a player on LAG, they're like, we understood the situation that we're in. We're not too far behind. Everybody's counting us out, but like, we just have to calm down on some of these respawns and close them out, and that's exactly what they've been doing, and they've got back-to-back 3-0s in the last 2 series.
You got Vista for map 1, 6-star. The other new map for map number 2. Who has the edge through our first 3, Allie?
I'd say as far as hard points go, I feel like Seattle was feeling strong, but for the Search and Destroys, I'm leaning a little bit more for LAG. I think the biggest question mark is that Karachi control. They lost it versus Miami yesterday.
Fuck up LAG. I don't see this going long so far.
Map under 3 is going to be
Surge has been looking good. Pookie Pookie's been looking amazing.
As Rosalie is still in the lead by 1. You get to go first. Who you picking?
I'm going to be a little silly. I know Ant's going to try and catch me on this one. I'm actually going to go with LAG.
LAG, she's going purple.
Yes. Not a horrible pick. I'm going to go with the Seattle Surge. I think they take this one.
I am going to ride with Allie until I'm wrong. It's going to be LAG, and
you
fans.
Didn't ride with me last prediction.
Yeah, that was wrong. All right, let's send it over to Maven, who's very excited to see Flames and Fame, and his buddy Merc.
Joe,
is he darker than Joe now?
I think so. He's so tan.
Listen, we've been getting some sun. I woke up this morning. I walked 4 miles. I did a Peloton workout. I lifted. I went to the pool for 2 hours.
Nobody cares.
Woo!
I'm glad you're taking care of yourself.
Hey, I feel. What the? What is that for? Who just did that?
I don't know. Fucking, where did he find
Where'd
that?
you just find that?
That was awesome.
Okay, I was not prepared for that mentally or physically, but that was great. Thanks, Christopher. All right, now to the matchup. Listen, you and I were in an interesting spot the other day because we were casting the Boston versus LAG series, and you and I, like, even when we were off camera, we're talking like, I can't tell if like Boston's so bad or like LAG is actually playing really well. And at the end, we were like, Boston, LAG was playing well. Like, they were. It was just
next day they 3-0'd.
Yeah, and then that like sort of backed up, I think, what we thought. I was like, holy, but right into it. Hook the Nuke looking to slow down this run from LAG as they're on back-to-back 3-0s. It's a 4-0 start for Hook, though, before he drops.
I mean, this is, I think maybe if you looked at the vetoes and had a question mark, it's probably this map. It's 6-0 for Seattle Surge. Now, LAG have been getting better at it, 2-0 in this major or throughout this stage, but yeah, you've been undefeated. You've taken down some top dogs. This is probably one of the maps Hook's best on. He really struggled yesterday, so good start there for Hook.
This has been gonna be a wild finish. I mean, it just felt like we finally had an idea of what was going on, and now everyone's improving. Teams we thought were dead in the water are improving. We've got a wild ride here over our last 2 days and then into the major. But right now, for the final couple of seconds for the hardpoint pops, we'll take a look at this next setup. It'll be LAG inside for a moment, but the cutoff will get locked down. Flame's going to have to go clutch. Not able to do it. It's a two-man push. It's there for Seattle Surge.
I said I'll lock this down right now. You see Brezzy locking down the middle of the map, so he's just making sure. Well, hopefully he's going to buy enough time to get to Estriel. There we go. So he's got to deal with a couple of players. Fame is up next. Fame's going to catch him, but a nice trade. Well, not really a nice trade. A good trade for Seattle there from Diamond John.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. You said nice trade. I just looked at the kill feed. I was like, huh?
Nice trade for Seattle.
Yeah. That works out, but still. Very tight one. Abuza, he's on 5 straight though at 7-3. Watching Diamond Comp for the moment. Abuza just dropped, so no streak through for him. Next hard point, up in 10. We'll see how control will go. So far, you have the left side of the map locked down. If you are LAG, the lead changes through. You've gone out in front. Now, what are you seeing, Joe? Because the play is trying to be made here for Seattle Surge.
Well, it's really, I mean, LAG, you had the rotation, but then they lose a couple of players near P1, and now they're actually it's spawned out. So a nice surge on through by Seattle. They're going to find 4 kills in a row. Flames, feels like we see so many players in this position time and time again. He's actually found one, hit a stun, now playing his life. Seattle, though, still with the close spawns. Diamond John, though, gonna re-pinch this. Just can his teammates stay alive so he can get there?
Estriel trying, but the Tiki bar a little bit too much. Not able to get the shots on through. And Hook popping off like he did right at the start of the game. 11-7 for him. We know how streaky he can be. Feel like there's a player you want to maybe get a hot start. It is him. He might carry that through the map.
Yeah, I mean, you get a 4 dead there for LAG. So now Seattle Surge on this rotation. But yeah, I mean, this map's just kind of simple, I think, at times for him. It's just sort of run forward. And there's a lot of the times it's finesse around the hill. Honestly, having the bad spawn isn't always the worst thing.
True. It's definitely developed since we first saw it enter the league, but it is Seattle Surge inside and fighting, trying to push out this 30-point lead. Number 6, a chance for 0-4, but kind of the same side of a gunfight we saw earlier, just a difficult one there with the wooden post. Can't quite win it. And now LAG starting to push forward, try to get inside. Hook trying to get the damage through, and he's able to do just that. It's been a great stretch here from Seattle Surge. Gorilla's trying to do all they can.
Good break by Surge.
Yeah, trying to keep just pressure through the front side of this hill. Estriel, the next player up, just trying to put nades on it, but the trophies are there. Then Hook off spawn right back.
Oh my God, Hook!
With a triple
with
as
the
Hook
fucking 3-piece
continues to go off on the map. Now just trying to get across the map with their teammates, but he will have to slow down. So 10 seconds left. You built yourself a really solid lead off this P3 and P4. Can you break it into a P5?
Hook 16-10 right now. Coming out hot from the get-go. 4 straight now. Teammates got that one. His
oh my
POV
God,
is
Hook!
Moving,
Dude, Hook is fucking moving right now.
Straight. Up to 18, just dominating. He might be able to get the streak. We're gonna hop over to the angle from Brezzy for a second to see if he can pick it up. The stun's not gonna matter. He's still able to snap and get the kill. So there's number 6 in the streak for Hook. Nice sequence.
Yeah, I mean, he's able to push that out. There was 1 player off spawn. The rest of LAG were on the opposite side of the map. But there will be 3 dead.
I just turned, I saw Chris with the broom, just sweeping up confetti. Sorry. I
don't remember what I was saying.
That image just got me good. Looks good with a broom in his hands. Great stuff, Chris. But doubling up their opponents now is Seattle Surge. Diamond Comp with a double. Flames there too. Every time you've got a nice weakness, Hook is broken it up. Now you get 4 down.
Hook was
19 into our second set of
12
rotations.
right
this
now.
is where you really got to improve your Gorillas. Got to get a better set here.
Yeah, they don't
make
read
that 20 and
12. Spawn though right
Holy
away.
shit.
He had Diamond John pushing out. He's on 5 in a row. Great life for him. But yeah, this is how you get right back into the game if you are LAG.
Yeah, I should know.
But flying on through are the submachine guns, but it's all MCW kills in the feed there, and now you do have a cruise missile.
Yeah, I mean, you basically had like everybody negative from Gorillas. Like, they were getting bodied. They were the blender a bit. Now, you know, you get a couple of 4 downs. The guns are starting to heat up. This is where you improve your team that's improved. You're off back-to-back 3-0s. You're surging right now. Can you keep it going? To elicit him with LAG.
Yeah. Maybe. You good. I rolled. Find that. Right down. Go for then.
He's still back door, still road. And back door,
Resi gonna boost up.
Nice to chat.
I got naded.
I'm trying to help this old.
Too old, left too old, left too old.
I'm trying to cut them.
One hit mid sofa, one's our side.
He's our side time, our side time.
Try and go low
Our side time died.
I got top from middle, I'm one.
Got
I got middle.
Middle,
I'm pitching the left.
Water stuff, absolute. He's lying in the open. Find it up.
Two middle. I got Resi, Resi. Yo, Valve.
I need the valve. I need the valve.
Trying to look over here a little right.
I heard you. I'll get caught down.
Valve.
I deep left, nothing deep left. They're playing
I'm
time, yo.
I'm one.
Heavy time, nothing
Watch
to
it
do.
go. I can't.
They're shaking. I'm trying to finish.
Valve. Oh, for their side.
Friends up. Try to get some
Their side blue.
No one low. Near their side.
Nothing mid. I'm holding mid.
Oh my god. A good kill by Brezzy. Holy shoot. That guy really is shooting now. That's crazy.
One top out.
Stop dead.
Kill.
Middle Kyler hitting you middle. He's running down red steps, guys. He's pushing.
Oh my god.
Okay, too old.
And 04 saves.
Maybe it was one on the row.
Oh yeah, we're trying. Oh, middle.
I'm
Yo,
trying
get
to
my
hold
low. Get my low. I'm on the row.
I have to get top burger push out.
Also, yeah, they're playing through burger.
I top burger. They could go low. Top burger dead.
One mid, I'm
Low, right? I'm on your back right away, yeah.
Two mid.
Two mid. Heard you. I'm trying to
One
go slow.
towards Ivy. One's already close time.
Oh my god.
Fine stuff.
Two there.
I have a streak.
The boys have
I
rotation.
spawned out.
Will they get
Top burger playing
spawns?
spawners. Weak on the break.
He went P1.
Deep.
I'm
gonna streak.
And they get spawns.
P1, I think.
Seattle Surge get spawns.
In cafe, 1-2 time, and one's like
One to death.
One low R too. Low R is back in the back blocking.
Nothing killers. I
Just
push
shout
out
out
pillars.
Good kill from
Low R,
Luke,
weak
man.
Kyler. Trying to
I'm pushed down the back, bro. I'm coming bottom. They flip.
We're spawning. I still spawn shot.
Back steps so forward. Back steps. And one
I got one low R.
One shot Rose. He's in the cafe.
Unless he went rails.
Yeah, cat on me. Got that.
I got pink. One back bar. Pillars out.
I need your pillars.
He's our close our steps. He went out close our steps.
Alright, I got you.
Might move now.
And back steps, Rose, you two. Different guy.
I stun one right, guys.
I'm looking copy.
Nice.
We're jumping lower. I'm going vine.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through. Like Vine's on, see.
I'm top
Burger, okay. Trying to play for like your red.
Well, Gorillas, they were looking back to answer at third, but the comms are flying. You end up losing the player in the hard point. Things fall
LG
apart.
has to win this
Suddenly,
because
you're down eight.
if I had to put money on who's going to win an SMB match, it's Surge every day.
It's just, yeah, I mean, Seattle, they found
It's Amy,
back-to-back
like, the
breaks
bottom-
at that
the
P2
bottom,
and
like,
then
8
transitioned
teams.
into that P3.
Easily.
It's what they did the first time through that. It's why they're holding on to this 80-point lead. LAG, we're bringing it back, but both sides use a cruise missile, so no more really to work with. Now LAG just trying to soak up as much time as they can to get back into the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's one good break, one good hold.
double
and they're
chow.
all right, but do you
Holy
bust
shit.
it open again?
That was
you do.
perfect.
4 flying
Holy
on through,
fuck.
and this is still a healthy chunk of time. About 25 remaining on that objective clock when they burst on in. You can get so close to a victory here. That feels like you needed to hold that and win a big rotation if you were Gorillas.
Yeah, that's why they're putting pressure on the hill still, but they're losing the gunfights. You see the rest of the teammates from Diamondtown already rotating, so yeah, you're hoping maybe to contest a little bit, maybe find that player on the hill as you win the rotation. Estriel will lock this down. We've seen crazier things happen on this map, though. Going into this P5, connected it to a P1. We've seen it, but it's going to be very difficult.
See if they can do it. Gorilla's going to need an absolutely heroic stretch here to get back into it. One's already dropped. It's Flames that'll fall behind the hoop nade. A Force picked up another. The two remaining players got to go nuts, and Abuza with a little 180 sauce there to get the kill. You still have somebody deep in Diamond Con, but you've done enough here. If you're Seattle Surge, you've erupted, broken in through the front, got some time, got the contest. Made sure it's not clean sequence for Gorillas.
Yeah, and then you also just saw
Especially with
he's
two
got
good
another
wall
cruise,
bangs.
so
Holy
he was able to
shit.
earn a cruise over towards that P2 life. Just gonna go for it. They know they just need 6 seconds. We'll deal with Flames on the backside, but Fame is right back into it. Same with Diamondtown, so you might get this to a P1 if you are LAG.
It's looking like they're going to get to the P1. But then, I mean, we're at perfection point. You've got to be perfect. Hook is still centering everywhere he needs to.
Oh my God.
That is filthy. 8 HP, back-to-back headies. Then Brezzy kills Hook and himself. And maybe you give an opening here. That actually ends up being, we'll see. You know, you only need 3 points if you're Seattle. But that team kill could end up costly. Looks like it's not going to. Never mind. Thought maybe. Maybe that'd be a little bit of a sus moment.
Well, the problem with that is what we just saw yesterday.
Gotta give it
with
for
the propane.
fucking
So when you have
Surge.
a suicide penalty like that, you are also on
I
a
see this being up with
15-second
2-0 right now.
So Brezzy
Damn,
was out of the fight
Bros.
for 15 seconds.
Fucking barefoot in that motherfucker?
Second respawn delay. When you have a suicide penalty like that, you are also on a 15-second respawn delay. So
Bro,
Brezzy was
yo,
out of the fight
who
for
barefoot in that
50
motherfucker,
seconds
man?
there. But who was it at the end?
Just
Uzi
running up
walks on
live.
able to
That's
win
fucking
that
hilarious.
gunfight,
That's pretty cool.
finishes it out, but there was a chance there with that team kill.
Honestly, if it's something where they needed like 20, 30 points, I mean, maybe we have a late rally. But the fact they needed 3, because they were able to break in, what, at 4, disrupt that time, same at 5. I mean, you got a lot of breaks if you were Seattle Surge. You had your opportunities for big holds if you're Gorillas. You just couldn't set up and hold.
Yeah, and I mean, the reason why you got so many breaks is, number 1.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, this guy, he's just going to run at you.
No, when I saw that first sequence where you start out 4-0, like I was like, okay, well, who's going to fry this map? Like,
I think they're now 7-0 on Vista. Hey, he's a big reason why. I mean, this just map to him makes sense. He can finesse it.
35
it's just sort of
and
straight
21.
line gunny.
And you've had that in your career, right? Like, I know it's been a minute, but like, you just always had maps that, I don't know, came easier, just felt more naturally to fry on.
No doubt about it. I think every player's got, favorites. They just get into their flow a little bit more, and this man was in it the entire time.
How many times did it feel like he got like a triple? Like, so many times he busted apart an entire setup. A fantastic map there from Hook. Ends up with 35. He can be streaky. He's been on and off, but God, when he's in his bag and he's playing well, one of the scariest players in the league. Not someone you want running at you when they're feeling.
No, and again, it's just sort of, comes back to those vetoes, right? LAG, they've been getting better at Vista, but I think going into the major, no matter who you are, probably want to veto this one against Seattle Surge.
And that was one of the things, I mean, I thought early on, it felt like a lot of the new maps for some of the top teams, it just felt like it just helped them. Like, they were still ahead because, you know, some of the poor teams hadn't even figured out some of the earlier maps. Yeah. But now it's starting to get to the point where all these teams are improving. It's behind some of that, behind some of the 6-star improvements, behind some of the improvements here on Vista. A big one for Seattle Surge. There was, I mean, some back and forth moments for sure. You had chances if you were LAG, but relatively comfortable. You're always up in the 50-ish range.
Yeah, I think really like that second P1 in the P2. That is maybe your chance, but you go from 103 to 125 over 3 hills. So that's just where Seattle Surge had a couple of big breaks, kept their lead, and yeah, 0-4 went on another 6 spree, had that streak then to close out the game.
Absolutely did. Now we get ready for 6-star Search and Destroy as we continue on. Karachi Control to follow, and Rio and Karachi if needed. But you're just looking for a win here. I mean, you're talking about one team who's been trending up massively as of late with LAG because they got the 2 3-0s. On the other side for Seattle, I think in general you'd say trending up, but like kind of trending down lately is because the map 5 losses. But it's like map 5 losses.
It's map 5 losses. The only thing is
it's decent teams.
It's 2 teams that like they want to get. Well, I guess Miami's 5th seed, but like the Vegas win, like they could have put themselves at 170, 180 points. And maybe just been out of this mess a bit, had a little bit more room.
Yeah.
They're very much still in it, where they have to find wins.
Well, kind of like we talked about, like for this match, like you win, you're in winner's bracket. I know there's the bigger picture, obviously, with champs, but yeah, no, I think you're right. That's where it's probably more painful than a lot of Game 5 losses when you're like, that was our chance to not stress. Maybe, but maybe it's good for them. Like it feels like the pressure's polishing them a little bit right now. Like it's had them locked in. They're up against it. I think that's true for a lot of these teams that are trying to battle from the middle of the pack. So maybe it's not the worst thing. Keep the pressure on.
No, I guess it's true. It's just, you hope to, I guess you're trying to catch the Miami Heretics, and then obviously Vegas Legion trending in the right direction. That's a big part of this. And yeah, we're talking about Major 4. That is next weekend. A lot of teams around, 3-3 or 4-3. Vegas is 3-2. Still some teams. Is someone going to get in at a 3-4?
Well, I think the thing that's most interesting is Joe and I had a convo like 2 weeks ago before, Optic lost 3 straight. That was sort of like, I think any other year, that miracle run for a team to maybe get like a top 4 or top 3 seemed pretty feasible. Like things can click. You can make that run. It didn't seem that feasible this year because it's been pretty, we know who's getting top 4. That's how it's been. But now if Optic end up starting at losers, like that's one more opening. Like it's going to end up being a weirder bracket than we've had.
No, that's just it. I mean, what the bracket's going to look like tomorrow, is it top 14 going to have a round 1 matchup? Right? Yeah. Or if Optic's out of it, you're going to avoid one of those teams.
Or one of these teams who's desperately trying to get a champs qualification suddenly has to go through Optic in the losers bracket early. Like, lit.
That is true.
Like, that's like, I imagine you're like, we're doing it, boys, we're clicking. Oh, we're playing the team that's just won the last tournament, losers round 2. Like, awesome.
Or losers round 1.
Yeah, losers round 1. Like, yeah, that's going to happen. Like, more than likely, unless, well, we'll see. But into round 1 of the search and destroy now. Diamond trying to stay up bar side. Hook, well, right back to it. Able to push, get somebody all the way back in spawn. And that's, I mean, difficult to do, obviously, when you're kind of playing that passive hold on the offensive side. He just pushes up and wins a one-on-one, though.
Yeah, able to catch Estriel, and we've just been seeing a lot of that where the offensive teams are staying very patient middle of the alley, waiting for those pinches, but Hook able to win that gunfight. Bomb is planted, though. How does Seattle want to retake this?
Ooh.
You get aggressive if you are Fame and Diamond Con. On the other side, though, Flames is picked, and then right away, you just trusted your teammates to look over you. Diamond Con, though, did a jump out for this, but there's enough time. And Abuza stayed alive.
Yeah. He doesn't get the kill. Wouldn't matter. This is another player, but that looks so hard from his side. Like him coming off the bomb, the animation of it. Renetti gets a little windy. Doesn't matter at the end of the day. But no, I just thought, I was surprised like Hook just went up and won that one-on-one. Because even we saw like, what, FaZe yesterday versus Ultra. Ultra were playing that passive offense. FaZe did like a 4-man hit up the middle on defense, and they didn't get a kill. Like all 4 of them got chopped down. Hook able just waltz up. Get that early
it's a double chow. That's like the only thing. Normally, you know, we've even seen Fame and Estriel kind of be the 2-man game in that middle alley. But this time just catches the timing and able to win that one-on-one. And gets 2 more.
Yeah, I mean, he gets 3 in the round. And, you know, we talked about him being a streaky player. I mean, that could be across the series. He just starts hot, and he's going to have one of those dominant ones. That might be the case here. He is so fun to watch when he's playing well. Already up to the 3-0 start off the 35-kill map 1. We're out here quick. Trophy coverage. Bomb getting planted. What will the timing be like on the smoke retake opportunity? Here we go. It's a stun deep first. That'll keep 2 obey. Now the smoke comes in. 1 tag through. Hoop right into the chaos, trying to find an opening. Thought he did for a second, but then he falls. A 4 may be in trouble as well. It's Gorilla's finding all the kills. We're shaking. We're baking. It's all on Brezzy now. 1 versus 3. See you later, round LAG.
Magic Man and El Diablo through the smoke right there. Yeah, I mean, that is just kind of A-bomb sight on 6-star. I mean,
that's like my only complaint with this like map and mode. Like it plays so well, but then there's just that.
Yeah, put a trophy down. That's really it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's only round 2. Your only player who got kills was Hook. You had 1 trophy on the Seattle side.
Well, I mean, even with, like, I mean, the trophy sometimes was in position to pick that up. It ends up getting shot because it might be open to. We've only seen the trophy pick that up a handful of times, at least when we've casted it.
Well, I think that's why we've seen a lot more teams be patient on offense. Yeah. And they were not. They just went for it.
But that's like the one thing I just like that. It's just chaos. I mean, it can be funny to commentate. I had a blast with that, but it's like, oh my God, like, we're just, no one's seeing. There's just bullets everywhere. Like, it's a tornado. Blister.
Yeehaw.
Early fights. Brezzy is able to get 2. Fame and Flames get kills as well as Brezzy he's going through it.
Flames, his stun just got a kill.
Yeah, it sure did. 1 HP and just
1 HP.
catching the fastball.
What is going on?
Right to the nipples. Bomb down mid-map. Honestly, it looks like we have like, what was like the old mode you guys play, like Demolition? What was the one where it was like a middle thing you had to capture and take it back? What was the mode?
War?
Was it War? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know if it was Halo or COD that I'm thinking of. Just like you had like a middle objective. You like take it to the opposite site. Or I just made up a game mode in my head maybe too. That could happen. I've been around since the dinosaurs. But now Diamond Con, he had a nutty 1v3 clutch on this map earlier in the year. See if he can do it here in a 1 versus 2. 0-4 and Abuza, the ones that try and shut him down.
Yeah, I mean, he's just... Oh, okay, depending on this, did Abuza see him? I don't know if he saw him. Maybe he thought he did, but Abuza chows, and then 0-4 goes to the bomb, so you're not on the same page. Diamond Con, though, with the smoke, gonna have to check this, and 0-4 just kind of baits it out.
No, that was perfectly done, because, like, he got the kill so far from the bomb, so you know he's stressing. Like, he has to get back. Like, the kill so far, the smoke makes him stress even more. Like, he's got to check it. Well played by 0-4.
Yeah, but I feel like, 0-4 and Abuza should... You want to try to do something together?
Oh, for sure. But, like, it worked out. I mean, it created kind of an easy scenario there for 0-4 some ways. I mean, there's obviously ways to lose that, but he's like, okay, he's 50 yards from bomb. I got to smoke. Good luck.
Smoke, yeah, I'm going to just...
I mean, yeah, he has to sprint back. Tries to. 0-4 gets him, though. Hook's still 3-0. Through all this chaos. 2-1 advantage now.
I think the scoreboard's messing you up.
Oh God, it did again. Let's actually say how was he? Because LHG did the retake. Thank you. There we go. 3 and 2.
It got you.
Come on, scoreboard. One day we'll have the modern technology to have a correct scoreboard. It'll be 2035.
No, it's actually every year.
Oh, well, never mind. Now we just need to go back in time. We're time traveling. 4 working on the plant. Abuza out of it. 4v3 advantage now for Gorillas, and numbers are hard. Hi. Oh! Diving gets a second after that.
I don't know how he snaps on 0-4, but he does. Say Hook kept going, and that is the retake. Ooh. I thought maybe with Hook getting out from that position, finding a pick, turning into a 3-on-3, maybe there was a quick trade from 0-4, but we didn't see it. But Diamond John hits a nasty double to give them the round.
Beautiful there from LAG, Diamond Con. Some nice plays, and I mean, he was the one, I think, kind of the hard carry for them in map 1 when everyone else was struggling. He was putting in work. Nice little snap.
Yeah, I don't know if 0-4's trying to reposition there. Looks like
his head got repositioned.
Yeah, like maybe he was trying to go on that like ledge. It looks like he got caught. I think if he's just prone there, probably finds the kill.
Yeah, he just snaps, and I think at the little bit of flinch and nice little snaps just directly onto his eyeball. Just gets deleted. 2-2 though. As we continue on, it's fast and it's furious. Over towards A, but we slowed down here for a second, just waiting for him utility through on the cross. But Estrio's gotten pushed out. He's gotten pushed out deep, so you've got a lot of info now. You know it's all coming through mid, at least for now. Because what, you're peeking back alley, push on the flank. If you're Diamond, they're seeing nothing. And that's because it's all right up the gut. Here they go. The chaos ensues. Who will be left standing at the end of the mixer? And it is nobody on Seattle, because it's 4 straight kills after that first blood. Is LAG line them up?
It just cracks me up because outside of these two teams, like I feel like we've been watching like New York and FaZe, Miami, like some of these other teams are really taking their time, being very slow. Like this reminds me of 6-star like week 1 and 2. It feels like these two are just like, let's just plant bombs and retake.
Yeah.
20 seconds into the round.
That might be a difference between like good search teams and not as good search teams.
I think these are both just solid search teams. They're just playing at a different pace right now.
Well, they've improved a lot. I mean, well, there have been times this year. It's definitely not been true for Gorillas, but yeah, I guess Seattle, despite the roster, it battled. But you know, you're not wrong. I just feel like you're right. It slowed down quite a bit, and they just want to hit it.
Just run to the middle of the map.
Brezzy, some tags through, wants to chase it, but it gets a little scary. Oh no, sweet child of mine. Oh. Will he get another? He sure will. Brezzy from the chaos walks away with 2. I thought he was dead to rights. Diamond gives him a chance to bring it back though.
Yeah, Diamond's on 5 in a row, so even worst case scenario, if you don't win this round, maybe you're looking for that streak. They're thinking this is still an A hit, but now they're gonna know this is a rotate out. They don't really have much info. Did they go through your spawn, their spawn, Fame's on one side, Diamond on the other, but now you have to retake towards B.
Yeah, this is a scenario where you get an early pick, maybe you play for it. If not, then maybe you just try to set Diamond up for 1. Just try to get him number 6. It's gonna be so difficult to retake. Get some tags in. So I thought he set him up beautifully, but 0-4. A little straight. Goes vertical, pops him with the Renetti. No streak there for Diamond Con. I assumed, I mean, you saw Fame put in some shots. I mean, I'm imagining he's weak heading towards him.
Or at least just not expecting that. But 0-4, I think just hits, I'm going to assume just a chow, like a burst and then a burst on through. But Brezzy, no fear through the smoke and then able to catch a second.
That timing then there on the second one, Lord help you. That was brutal. But yeah, the streak ends there for Diamond. We go to 3-3. And now we'll see kind of a little 2-man game working out for info at B, but slowing it down a little bit right now are LAG. But you're hunting mid-map if you're Seattle Surge. You've got a lot of info through mid.
This is very reminiscent of round 1. The only difference is you don't have sort of Estro by himself through the middle of the map. But now they're just going to try to go to B. And the middle setup pays off.
I mean, that's the great thing about having middle on most maps. you have the cross to the bomb sites. It's just not usually that free where you just
they might have to go through the pool.
Yeah.
Not get caught there. But bomb is still planted. Flames is able to find one.
It's still winnable. A lot of this is going to depend on them syncing up. And you slowly start to work back if you are Flames. Now all three here around bomb. Abuza has hopped on it, so pressure now on Gorillas to get him off of this. They're able to do it. Nice little peek there from Diamondcon. Hoop, he's tagged up. He gets dropped. It's down to a 1 versus 1. 20 to go. Brezzy, Flames. Tagged. Oh, I thought he was dropped, but Brezzy.
Who the fuck is this motherfucker? There's no way.
Wins it. There have been some wild Renetti kills throughout the course of this one.
There's no way that's Brezzy.
No, there really has, because I feel like when
there's no fucking
we
way
see
that's
some
Brezzy.
crazy like just turn-ons or someone's getting just destroyed, it's usually because they stop shooting with the Renetti, they get lost with it.
That's the motherfucker you used to say that was free money.
We've had 04, Brezzy now, just with
because every time I would bet on the CDO, I put money up that he wouldn't get like more than like 20 kills, and he's fucking shooting. So holy fuck.
Before you chow here for LAG.
Look at this motherfucker.
Like Flames hits him with like a bullet or two. Down like 110, I think it was. He's thinking, oh, I've got him weak. I'll just fly out and then just pop his brains in the pool.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
No. Seattle Surge now take over. Brezzy, who's on a tear, he's 8-5, and the streak is coming in from up top. What can he locate? Not going to hit. He's worked up with 3 people here onto the site. Hook, likely the one to be the playmaker, or need to get there in time if he's going to stretch across, but the nades are able to combo together, and they're getting picked apart. Hook might be here too late. Will he get there in time? Can Brezzy stay up for Hook to get here? He has. Brezzy stayed alive. Hook now in. One in the smoke. Hits on the stun. Slides on through. All down to Brezzy. Can he clutch again? He snaps, but now Flames gets revenge, and it's just the Renetti player that's winning the fight.
I mean, that stun was so big for Hook because Flames is prone watching that, but obviously the slide, he's not going to catch up to him with his aim, allows Hook to get the player onto the bomb, but Flames gets the trade ready for the next gunfight. And I think you just want a little bit more behind that cruise. Maybe not finding a kill, but the problem is you use that so early in the round. As soon as it's done, you still have to plant the bomb, right? You have to plant the bomb. LAG, they rotate on through. But there we see from Flames that, yeah, Brezzy just shoots. He's been so clutch for them throughout this map.
I mean, he
Flames
snapped.
gets one there.
He snapped pretty well. Just obviously not getting first shot in that scenario. But if it was like shaky Renetti shots, he gets that kill. It just wasn't. No one finding any separation in this one. 4-4. A bit more aggressive on the A site right now from Seattle Surge. It was all mid-map control last defense. Hook is able to find the first blood, and that's some beams there.
That's a great nade.
To combo with the nade from Estriel. Beautifully done. One already through on the flank, though. What can 04 find? Can't get away because the stun is going to connect. Quickly, it's Brezzy. Last alive again. Another opportunity to maybe clutch. The timing, I thought so good, but can't quite finish it.
Well, yeah, I mean, Fame and Estro were going to B, and then they wrap back to A, and that gave him the timing to find the info there. He would have had no clue they were going to B. Now he's going to hang out by this very beautiful waterfall and just relax.
I like that, Joe. It seems very relaxing. When we go on vacation together, can we relax together under a waterfall?
I'm not sure if there's one there.
Oh.
We can find one.
Yeah, we can find a waterfall. Every state legally has to have a waterfall. Brezzy now, 1 versus 2. And they are hunting. They got the spot and chase him down. Not able to get anything done. Brezzy's had some brilliant moments, but no chance for one there.
Yeah, I mean, you try to get aggressive there. Does Seattle Surge. Abuza, who's sort of the two-man game, they just kind of go. Fly on through towards security. Trades were going pretty well until that nade connects onto Abuza. And then they were just trying to buy time for 04. 04 able to find one on that flank, but the stun again. The stuns have been clutch.
Yeah, I don't know if he would have got out if he wasn't stunned, but I think he had a chance to.
Yeah, would have bought time.
Yeah, like maybe gets around the corner. Yeah, survives a bit, dances a little, but yeah, stun makes sure he can't go anywhere. But no one, I feel like, has been able to win like back-to-back rounds really much at all throughout this. So Seattle Surge. Now you try to go. Get this to around 11. B, for now, wide open. You're aggressive on defense for your Gorillas, though, so you know the gig is up. So there will be a quick kind of transfer over here for Diamond, but he's going to be the only one for now. Plant on through. And now, I thought as far as push up, they kind of, rotation would come earlier, but they're thinking maybe it's just a slow push. Oh, Jebediah.
Dude, everybody's getting stunned. Brezzy just able to reposition. Astral Flames gonna start the retake. Smoke's going down. Everybody trying to finesse. 0-4 just playing his life around the bomb, but he gets caught. Trying to be a little bit too cheeky. Now it's a 2-on-2.
Oh my God, couldn't trade it. Seattle Surge able to get the round. To around 11 we now go. As this has been a fun one, just coming down to a lot of 1v1s, 1v2s, clutch little scenarios, and chaos with smokes.
Somehow Brezzy got here. He got all the way to this point.
The Magic Man.
Kind of does look like a magician, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, he probably is a magician. Like, I guarantee that guy is, like, good with cards. Like, when I see Brezzy, I think, like, I can't even, like...
Shuffle
well. He definitely can shuffle cards super well, I can tell. Like, he spent time dealing it, like, in Vegas or something. I know it. Round 11 now. Offensive kid for Seattle Surge.
France, so.
Whatever. Yeah, casinos there. The Vegas of France. Bomb plant going through. You get it down clean if you're Seattle Surge. Little info there for Brezzy. As he's just trying to get away. But as he backs up, and you take the 4-on-3 here, that looks to be the play. Hoop, another first blood, but instantly trade out. Abuza with 2, might be the difference. Another 2-on-1 and down to Fame. Trying to make the play, not gonna happen. It slips away for LHE. No one was able to get back-to-back rounds until Surge does it on offense late, and they get the map victory. Just pain for LAG.
It comes down to it. They had to put money on one team.
Yeah, and LAG, as soon as they spot Brezzy, they're thinking he's going to try to wrap.
Surge.
They pretty much know he's out of the fight. So their call is, let's go. They're trying to just flood on through, use that
and
smoke.
Bottom
they
8
think
teams,
they have the numbers advantage. They do. It's just... They lose one right away, right at the entrance of the smoke. Seattle Surge, they, like, between Hook, 4, they play with these smokes very well.
Yeah, it also, like, listen, we talk a lot about, I mean, numbers advantage is big. It is. And first bloods are big, but it's also Call of Duty, and it's very fast, and you die instantly. So numbers advantage can go away real quick. And it certainly did there. You're feeling good about the retake, and then it falls apart. Brezzy. A lot of clutch opportunities, some he was able to take advantage of. Fact is, he drops double digits, gets to nearly 2,200 damage. It was Hook, map 1. It was Brezzy here. I mean, Hook still puts up 9, and honestly, he had like the clean first blood round 1. He probably, the other 3, I think, were probably instantly traded, but he was dictating a lot of it early on.
Yeah, I mean, 4 first bloods for him, 3 on the other side for Fame. Just a great back and forth game throughout that 6-star. Okay, just a little bit different than what we've been seeing from our other teams.
Oh, hitting it.
Just going.
Yep.
Playing the bomb within the first 20 seconds. They're not at this site. Let's go. Lots of retakes. And as you said, Seattle Surge able to put it together.
Yeah, I mean, they're up 2-0. You're back-to-back 3-0 victories if you're LAG, but right now maybe in trouble of, I don't know, getting back to what we've kind of expected from them as of late. Like, they weren't looking a lot strong, and now it seems like it was clicking. I really thought this was going the entire distance. Granted, that map, too, was very, very close. But now you got to bring it back, and it's got to happen through control. Unfortunately, that's where LAG have also struggled to click at any point this year. It's been the control that's really struggled for them. So we'll see. Can Seattle end it here? Can Christopher Puckett clean up all the confetti mess that he made? Is Joe DeLuca the love of my life? All these answers and more after the break.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty Week. Scuff Gaming is doing an ultimate giveaway where you and a friend can win a chance to go to COD Champs this year. The giveaway includes 2 VIP tickets, travel expenses, and more. To enter, scan the QR code on the page or go to scuff.co/CDL and enter your email. Terms and conditions apply. The Call of Duty Week is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
And just like that, Surge go up 2-0 in the game. Hopefully it's a 3-0 so I could fucking watch my boys take over Dawson Bridge. and fucking shiggity shit on him. You feel me? But we'll see. See how everything goes. Yeah, I'll be back soon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Right now, Seattle in the driver's seat, looking for one more map victory, and they'll handle this one in a 3-0 fashion. They're close. They've, had a couple of Game 5 losses. They're not wanting to go the distance again, I imagine. See if they can close it out.
Yeah, I think for them, just, again, a team they think they should probably beat with sort of their upward trend. Just get those 10 more points, put themselves at 170, and then focus on the major.
Yeah, because they get to 170. I mean, well, you're guaranteeing yourself a spot for winners. We're thinking more than likely from a prediction standpoint, you might be okay for champs too. I mean, what the cutoff was, they were thinking 165, somewhere in there, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you're okay. Then maybe. But there's a lot you'll get from this. Extra 10 points, and then see what you're able to do at the major, but you're starting to click at the right time. Abuza has really stepped up his game in that position. Hook has had his moments, and we just watched Brezzy, the Magic Man, have some of his own. But can they close it out here as we get into the control on Karaji? 04's POV to kick us off.
Yeah, I mean, I think just the addition of 04 really solidified their search, just consistency, and he's been so versatile, it's allowed Brezzy to run that main AR, and now you got a great start here on control. Brezzy running the rival to start, be a little bit of a different breakout, trying to put a pressure on this objective.
He's moving and grooving until he's not. Finally chopped down, but nice stretching with a 4-life advantage for Seattle Surge. They came out and they are hitting. Yeah, a little jump peek, like good luck coming to the blender. I've got a rival. My name's Hook, and I'm holding the back alley. They instantly turn tail and wrap it back towards A. So this is going to be a B capture. Nice little opening there from Seattle.
Yeah, great little break off, run multiple subs, and pretty much just say, let's get the close junk spawn if we can, and continue to flood this. Now you have a 4 on 5 in a row. Trying to find number 6, just gets caught, but you're on the objective. You're trying to have a quick round here.
I think we haven't seen a lot of that where, like, you know, like an invasion, you see like that early A hit, like much where it's just, we're taking B right away, like where it's calculated.
I mean, yeah, at times we've seen it, but not where
Not usually with a break-off set around it, though, either. Like where it's multiple rivals and you're just kind of hidden. I feel like it's like you get to A, you get 3-9, like, okay, let's go now. That was just, I don't know, they were just going for B. Or you're right, when they do, it doesn't work out as well.
Yeah, usually it's just a guy top AC watching across, and if you get one pick there, that's it.
They don't, though. And they get through it for your Seattle Surge. And it's a fast one. Great strike there on offense like lightning. They are done quickly. But that's one of the faster B captures you're going to see on Karachi.
Nice little strat there to get them going, and I mean, you're also just winning gunfights. I think Astro was 0-5 throughout this round, so LAG need to step it up.
We'll see if they can fire back on offense, but I mean, this is the one map where you've got the best chance really to get going offensively, certainly in our control rotation. But Estriel, he's just looking for his first, as you said. Let's see what the break-off looks like for Gorillas. Just more standard out towards A. Will be into the point instantly. Estriel also on the board instantly as he rallies back to get in. Can't really get anywhere as Hook is still here. It's another multi-kill for Hook. It feels like it's 75th of the series.
And again, just sort of the maps have played out the type of playstyle that he wants. Just being aggressive on Vista. Same thing here in Karachi. A lot of the 6-star play through these smokes and through the middle of the map. That's Hook.
And what? Second tick now done there. One fight back alley. Flames is maybe looking for a one-on-one. Unfortunately, he's greeted with a stun, so he doesn't really get anywhere. Minute extension about to go through. Estriel now up to 3 and 6. We'll see what kind of timing he gets. Beautiful. I was wondering, like, if he looks right for a second or more there, maybe Hook's going to end up getting in behind him, but it works out well for Estriel. Now you start to plot this push. It's going to get thwarted, though, for a moment as get 2 through for Seattle.
Yeah, that's really the problem, though. It's like, yeah, he's getting kills, the people off spawn, but then all of his teammates are dropping, so that's not going to turn into much. He's got to just re-wrap through the middle of the map, try to get in a red. You do get Fame through, but again, it's 3 dead for the last player.
Yeah, so let's say, like, Fame wins a one-on-one, he's pressure on the point, but, like, instantly the rest die. It could have happened quicker. Centering on point there for a boost is a shot straight through to the noggin. And now you try to push out your cuts, get back towards mid if you're Seattle Surge, and layer this again, so you've got to win in multiple fights if you're Gorillas to really get back onto B. They still have over a minute to work with. Lives are dead even, so still ample opportunity here for Gorillas to strike.
Yeah, they do have right control. You can just leave Brezzy junkyard side, ignore him, force him to come out back. That's going to be the play. They're looking for him. It looks like Flames is looking for him. Now Hook trying to stay up. Flames gets taken down. If Hook's able to find one, probably shuts down this attack, but you still have 3 here.
Yeah, you can see the bar is moving real quick. It was for a moment there. It slows down a bit. You just have 1 on top of it. Abusa and Hook able to get kills. They'll reset this for now. You get so close to the second tick, but it's not quite there.
But again, it's all Brezzy. He's on 7 in a row. He got the 1 player trying to cut him off, then gets a player on the point, wraps back to junk, gets a player off spawn. Now he was able to earn that streak. You don't get the second tick, and he wants to go for it now, just to give his team some map control and some info.
And they're going for the 3-0. Explosion hits. Diamond Con gone. Players here for Seattle Surge, and now 30 seconds remaining. It's an 8v6. Brezzy doing it with the missile, doing it with the Renetti. He's doing it all. One final opportunity really here in the works. We'll see if they can do it. Prone and waiting is 0-4. 2 kills through for LAG. Gets a little bit ugly here for a second. 3 are going to fall. 1 player really left up for Seattle to try and get shots in, but he's going to be held at bay. Second tick is now done. 18 on the clock. Seattle's all funneled through one position. I think LAG in the last second have done it.
And that is Karachi.
Yep.
You can play
That's a good way to put it.
99% of the round so well, and they do just that. The problem is the only player really in position was 04. 1 player drops around him. He doesn't want to overpeak, doesn't want to challenge the doorway, so he prones, is only able to get 1, and then his teammates drop around him. As soon as he's taken out, there's 3 players alive for LAG around the point.
Incredible stretch there from Gorillas to tie us up at 1-1. And yeah, I mean, you went for it with the streak if you're Surge. You had the chance to, well, not close out the map, but you take a 2-0 edge. You're obviously in a much better condition to get it done. Just can't quite go for the jugular, and now an opening for Gorillas. But last time, the offense was beautiful from Seattle Surge. They were done with the swiftness. This time, a little more of a standard setup, and Flames is shooting 4 HP, but wins the fight against Brezzy.
Well, you did force a couple players to go B side this time through, right? That's why Flames already junkyard, but doesn't matter. Does not matter at all, because all the kills go in the way of LAG.
Yeah, I think it was like an early 4-life advantage last time for Seattle. This time flipped on its head. So you kind of slow the roll offensively for Surge. They've got to think through how they want to attack. You give them some power positions if you are Gorillas. Estriel is shooting like that. And once again, all 4 are dead. Now it's 5 straight for Flames. A chance for him to maybe get a streak. And you get a hold here. What looks so dominant from Surge, what could have been a 2-0 advantage. You might be suddenly looking at a 2-1 lead for Gorillas, and they're in control.
Yeah, I mean, they've just really stepped up. Estriel as well. What, he started 0-5. Now he's, what, 11-10? Something around there. So really stepped it up the last 2 rounds. Fame's locking this down. They have not given up a tick. You still have Estriel top 3, forcing Seattle Surge to go Coop side.
As you talked about it, Estriel gets another double. He has turned it around massively. 13 and 11 now for Estriel. Shutting it down, not leaving any opening. Last-ditch effort now through for Surge. 3 flying in. Estriel, another multi-kill. I think Estriel is just popping off. You've got 8 straight from Flames. We didn't see a lot of the kills from the LAG view, but they were finding them.
Yeah, no, I mean, Estriel was just top 3. Dropped down Coop side. He was able to find a double, jumps back up. Cutting off the middle alley, found another 2. Seattle Surge, just from the start, could not get out of their base. Impressive turnaround here for LAG. This was 2 seconds away from being 2-0 Surge. Instead, now it's 2-1 for Gorillas.
Flipped on its head real quick, right? 20 and 10 for Flames. 8 streak. Now you go for it on offense. You were in such a good position if you were Seattle. Can you just close this one out? Back-to-back map 5 losses. You're hoping to get a clean one here, but Gorillas do not want to go down without a fight. Good little opening so far from them. Just pressure onto the opening objective. Brezzy's going to get picked early. He was big junk side throughout their defensive hold until it fell apart. This time not in position early.
Yeah, now you're just hoping to catch Seattle and then kind of have one of those transition plays that we kind of talk about over towards B, but won't happen. Can you get done with A? They're going to go for this. Now it's 2 dead. If Estriel finds 1 here, they might just fly. He hit some really bad timing onto Brezzy, and all of his teammates go down. It's Hook and Brezzy. Hook with a triple. Says, all right, let's slow this game down.
Yeah, no, you saw it building for Gorillas. There was the opportunity maybe to pounce, but Surge holding for now. Hook right into the mix. Estriel ready for it now to Brezzy's playground. He's back inside a junk. Doesn't look like it'd be a safe playground for children. There's a car on fire, but Brezzy can't really find anything. Fame there to back it up as well.
That and a lot of like rusty, pointy things.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know why I said his playground, because that looks like a very dangerous playground. But now, Gorillas still here with the pressure. Just trying to get these kills through and then cross, but it's a perfect, efficient trade. It's just the fact that you have the close spawn now with your Gorillas, so you can keep on hitting it over and over again. You have a 3-life advantage as well. 0-4, can't quite finish the kill. Shots a little high there with the Renetti.
Now this is the pressure that you're just talking about. Just go when you have the numbers if you're LAG, but it's a team nade from Flames on the Diamond Top. But watching the cutoffs was Fame. Seattle Surge have dealt with this, but they're gonna have to do it again.
Yeah, it's not really the same as their last defensive hold, but it's gonna be similar from the standpoint of, you've held really well, can you do it till the clock is done? Because you're gonna have to hold a lot of pressure. Since they have the close one, keep doing it over and over again.
Problem's gonna be lives too, right? If LAG are trading well and they have close spawns, they're just gonna keep reinforcing.
And for the most part, it's been like literally just every other kill on the kill feed. Like, it's just been the definition of trading. You need like a little stretch where you get, if you get another clean wave from Seattle, you're probably in a great spot. But can you do that? Tries to avoid the nade and get the kill. Fame just starts popping off with his fist. Abusa with the trade, can't snap back in time. Now you're onto it and stopping the clock. 6 lives remaining, now down to 5. LAG, they can taste the win here. Another one for Estriel. Wow, he has stepped up after that round 1. No respawns left. Abusa's out of it. It's moving slow. They only have 1 player here. That's a nice nade. But someone's got to get there.
They know that Seattle Surge have to just pretty much play perfect. So they're just setting up. They're pretty much watching over Estriel, and just like that.
Oh my God, Brezzy.
So comfortable for Surge.
Damn.
You blink, you get up real quick, and it's a 3-1 for LAG.
I mean, hell of a job there from LAG, yeah, because you get kind of put in a body bag that first round. You're in the blender throughout most of the second round. But then you start to take over, things start flowing your way. You had a grueling round 11 loss in the map too. And now you're right back to it, and you'll see how deep you can push this series. These 10 points so crucial to either side. You got a little life left in you if you're LAG.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, as impressive as the round 2 offensive, win was, that round 3 defense was perfection. Just putting them in that trap. Seattle had nothing to give.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that was a tale of like 2 halves, however you want to call it. Like, God. LAG just come alive, start to take over. Estriel, Flames both go on wild stretches. We'll take a look at some of the highlights before we're ready for the map 4. Where we head next, Joe?
Yeah, hey Rio, I think this is a great opportunity for LAG to keep this going, because Seattle Surge, this has not been one of their go-tos in Hardpoint. 1-5 on the year. It's not like this has been great for LAG. I've only played it 5 times, but 2-3. I feel like one of the first times we've seen Flames was on this map, so gotta be feeling good if you are Gorillas.
We'll see. I mean, Hoop kind of popped off of that map 1. He's been shooting straight throughout the course of the series. Like, I feel like Rio's one where if he gets into his flow, another one where he can be devastating, but also it can be very difficult as some of Rio as well.
No, it can. Yeah, it's just one where there's just a little bit more teamwork needed. Like, it feels like Vista, if you spawn out, like, you just be quickly right back to the hill. Rio, you should really get punished.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Like, it seems like it's like not that big of a map, but like it is, just because the spawns make sense most of the time. You can absolutely punish people, and we'll see if LAG can take advantage of that, or if it will be the Seattle Surge side. How the series has looked so far, maybe if you're joining us late. Seattle in control. LAG, bring it back. Take the 3-1 victory there. They got to get the Rio Hardpoint victory to get us to a map 5. But yeah, we're at that point. Every match matters. I mean, it's crazy because, like, typically for most of the year, like, we cast that FaZe Toronto match. Like, that'd be one I'd really be looking forward to. It's one of like your big matches, but like that's like one of the least important right now, just because all the focus is on the middle of the pack and the lower teams. Like FaZe Ultra, all right, maybe it'll be in the final. We'll see it a bit, but like it's everybody else, right? Like it is.
It's these guys, and I'm just impressed by LAG. Like they're just level-headedness. Like Nameless was saying on the desk, the way they every interview just is like, yeah, we just kind of we know what we have to do. Just very level-headed, very calm. Here is a look at the overall standings on the year, these two teams, and like we talked about, 4-way tie, 8 through 11 at 140.
And this is why this is the conversation. FaZe and Ultra, we cast that, like it wasn't as big of a deal. It was a great series. There was a lot of wild stuff that happened, but like all that matters right now is everything else. Like who the hell's going to get in? Typically I'd say you know, I would put Optic into that equation of like their matches not being that big of a deal. But now with them maybe being in a loser's bracket start and being like that wall that's in front of one of those teams in the tournament, like that gets more interesting too. So like this has been kind of a crazy just qualifier stage. It really has.
Well, I did the math, and even if we win today and tomorrow, we are now in losers bracket.
I mean, I kind of hope that's the case. Like,
and can't make it to winners bracket.
For the bracket's sake in a way, like what would
so
be
either
more,
we make an incredible run,
losers, right?
the best run in history of COD history, and losers bracket and win the next major. Or it was a bad major
it's
for us.
More just like crazy thinking about them being there. But the
regardless, I'm here
for Seattle Surge. They're ranked
and I'm still
third
the
right
biggest
now,
Optic fan. I don't give a
see first in many of the stats coming into today, and I'm probably just building on those based on how the map 1 went.
Yeah, I'm only 1 now, 7-4, and that's sort of been part of their turnaround. Pretty much around 50-50, but with that, been a little bit higher. They're able to find some of these upsets, some of these big wins, and why we're talking about them being a threat towards the end of the year.
Yeah, because no one's like really.
I'll make an edit to that. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, FaZe has been kind of 50-50ish right now. Ultra been like the only team that
has. It's gonna be from my
everyone
boys.
else is kind of
from my military brothers.
Around that
You feel me?
50-50 line.
My
It's just crazy. I guess
military
I'm just,
brothers.
them being 6 and 4 and third, it looks kind of wild to me. It's like it's not like that good, but it's just we're speaking
them
to
wild
the rest of
boys.
the competition right now.
Not mine.
There have been some absolute battles. But Seattle Surge, can they close it out on Rio? The police are here. On the map, yes. No, I'm not being arrested, I don't think. It was 0-4, or sorry, it was Hoop with that like 3-0 start in the map 1. He really is, or sorry, 4-0, and just got grouped behind that. It's going to be 0-4. That's really popping off early. But as we talk about that, he's going to get dropped. Hoop, though, right back, and well, there it is. There's his 4-0. So I lied. Okay, so he got a 4-0 start in map 1. He gets a 4-0 start here. Hoop does what he wants.
Yeah,
he does do what the fuck he wants. He's hooky pooky woogie, bro. He does what the fuck he
You will
wants.
take these 40 seconds all day if you are Seattle Surge.
Yeah.
Forcing LAG to just have to rotate. Playing for these good spawns. Who's able to snap, just loses flames. Then MCW. Vuza up next. Trying to find Diamond Con, and there's going to be immediate pressure. Spawns being blocked. You see where Fame spawns. Are they going to read this, though? I don't think so. And, well, that's going to turn Diamond Con and Fame taking everybody down.
Yeah. Everything was kind of blocked. They spawned on top of each other, kind of right. Like,
well, you always spawn boxes. Yeah, if you spawn alley, you're blocked in the back. The other team's going to spawn boxes. Just don't have that read, but it doesn't matter. It's just Seattle get back spawns, and now it's a 4 dead for them.
Yeah,
let's go.
Good for them. Yeah, everything opened up because everybody died.
Let's go, sir.
They were able to hit it quick, get right back in. You only enjoy 11 seconds of that time if you're Gorillas, and now you're trying to push up and lead again, but the 3 straight through.
Oh.
Nobody holding second.
Oh
really
my
early.
God,
So
Brezzy
says, no, and he locks it down. I thought ample opportunity there for LAG, but Brezzy there, the bailout. The play.
And again, talking about like Miami and their improvement, yes, Real coming into play has been huge, but also just the role changes, how much better Metals has looked. It is a similar story here with the way Brezzy has looked on the AR. Just so consistent for them, and there is another break into this P4.
And I love it too, because you know we always want to have more. I would love more German players, French players, Spanish players, like more international players. I love it, but like it's awesome. Yeah, you have a Spanish player coming in making a big impact, French player coming in making a big impact. And you're seeing these teams improve, but it's Gorillas that are trying to improve right now because they're getting bodied. I lost the first hard point by about 90, down throughout the entire game, and you're set yourself up for that same sort of blender where you're just chasing constantly. You're playing from behind. And this almost has seemed worse because at least like map 1, it was a lot of breaks from Surge, like a ton of breaks. For the most part, it was like all out control.
Well, you're kind of getting the same thing. It was a break at P2, now it's a break here at P3 early. And now if you're LAG, you have to rotate. And you have to kind of cash it here. This first push so important, I think, for LAG to try to slow down this arsenal of Surge.
Yes, they need time, and they need it badly. So far, so good. Yeah, like 1 or 2 if you were Surge, but never really a big threat. But this is absolutely the moment. Gorillas need, if they're going to push this to a map 5, they've got to get things going. They got to get them going right now. The next big wave coming in from Surge. This time they're going to have numbers. Lots of pressure to Flames inside. Box is going to be able to shut him down. And once again, you're able to break if you're Surge. If it's not the first hit, it's the second. Like, you know, if you hold like the first 2, you're probably at least getting half the time.
Oh my God, Hook is doing everything right now.
At least on your second push, you're Seattle Surge, but you're winning this map.
Well, yeah, they are. They are by 90 now.
Yeah.
As you look at rotation, Flames trying to get into a good spot, but it's not already desperation time where LAG are trying to fight for 15 or so seconds. 0-4 going on the route, able to catch that. So now it's just a 1v1 on rotation.
Whoa.
And Hook's got the info, able to snap. Now he's got the help from his teammate in Abuza. And they're almost going to win out. Well, they do win out with the help of 0-4.
Yeah, I guess Estriel getting 2 maybe allows them to kind of race back and get a presence here early, but just a nice play and stretch from Seattle Surge. Now back in control, lead just growing second by second, up over the 150 mark, up 120. It is dominant so far. This team is clicking in the mode, showing why they're the third best through the qualifier. Gorillas just can't find anything.
And then it's Estriel. He's the only player positive, 15 in 11. He's able to find a double. But even when they're finding kills, they're still getting picked on the hill.
Well, it's kind of similar to the map 1. I think it was Diamond was like the only positive. The other 3 were negative. And they just can't get a team effort going forward. And Poop once again in his bag and a hard point. What, he went 35 and 25 in the map 1. He's 18 and 11 right now. And he just has series like this where he can take over across any mode.
Now maybe you're trying to last chance. So you chain these 2 hills together, right?
Yeah.
We had a solid 40 points for Seattle Surge off the break. Can they hold on now and start to chip away?
Your 2 teammates are spawning out pretty far, though. They're trying to rally across. Lots of pressure to Fame and Flames. They're able to get 3 of the 4, so you keep it kind of mixy. Oh, I thought Hook was going to get all 3 of them. Like, okay, I'm just going to swallow all those words because none of them made any sense because Hook just did Hook-like things again. But the fact that he's able to get 2 really gets you right back into the fight quickly. So maybe that clean stretch from 1 to 2 like you thought was their chance for Gorillas. Not necessarily the case.
Yeah, Diamond John though goes on a pinch through boxes.
Oh my god.
So there's still 20 seconds left here. You see Diamond John spawns up. He's just going to rotate forward to this P2. Seattle Surge trying to fight through bridge side.
So what, if you get the 10 seconds, you get the, if you can get a, let's just say, perfect hold here at 2, you are in the swing of things. You're back within, what, 30, 40 points. But Seattle going for the jugular, looking to close out this series and put a little separation between them and the rest of the pack. Let's go to a list now of Seattle's Abuza is popping off.
Diamond con. Nice. Nice. Buy time, so far too deep. Just keep buying time, keep buying time. I'm gonna have it for you, I'm gonna have it for you. I have it for you. Counter-track, 1 HP, counter-track. 2, 1 down, yeah. One on time. One on time. He's pushing shot, Pushing close shot. Let's do some together.
I'm counting shit.
I'm leading time, nice. I'm leading time.
One guy's banana.
I have a 12. I'm here, guys. Can we go together? I'll be honest, be nice. Massive kill. That's too big time. That's too big time.
Yeah, jump bridge. Okay. Back right.
I'm going to that. Come fast.
Okay.
He's dead. Go back. Back right. I'm falling, bro. Back down. Nice. I'm down. Yeah, nice. Back down. Yeah, probably. Maybe one on the right still. I'm watching back to you just in case. Okay. I'm on time right now. I'm watching my bridge from time. I'm watching my bridge from time, guys. They need two. Nice, that's why, yeah.
Jesus, they're fucking shooting. And they got rotation. Oh my fucking god. Seattle Surge is fucking shooting on them.
The Cubs are flowing, and the map is 2, close to the victory.
They're writing the names down in the dictionary for shit stains.
Joe, any takeaways?
I mean, this has been Seattle Surge all split. It's not the calm, cool, collected listen.
No.
It's Hoop, yelling, intensity. It's been working, and I'm starting to love it.
Yeah, keep it going.
He's frying, so let him say banana 18 times.
I think you had like 5 straight from Brezzy. Abuza got 5 or 6 before he dropped. You just need one more break to close this out, more than likely. You've had about 40 hardpoint breaks over the map 1 and 4. The setups from Gorillas have been paper thin. You've just cut through them. Except for this time, as Estriel gets a triple. And you needed more of that, though, over the course of the map.
This shit is over.
Yeah,
They're just
a lot more
prolonging
of
the
it.
fucking...
Now you're just going to spawn up near P5. You have Flames. Potentially some really good timing here. Actually, they're going to go for this. They're going to try to win here. They won't.
They will. They will.
They got the take?
Yeah, I think they have it.
Okay, so they've timed it well. Surge went here, and Prezi wins the gunfight.
They have it. Final tick in. Map is over. The heads-up play there from Seattle Surge. Hook goes for 30+ in both the hard points. Listen, there might be some chaos in the Surge. There might be some chaos in the comms.
But it's fucking working.
Seattle Surge are getting dubs.
But it's fucking working. Up next,
Yeah. Again,
the
I'm
boys
not the biggest fan
taking
of it,
home
but
another dub
if it kind of
after
puts
these
him in a
long
mindset of just
fucking
focus
losses.
and lock, that's all
The
that
longest
really
You're a
loss
matters.
fan of like listening to it. You're not a fan. Like if you were a
Trying to
player,
fuck
you
these
don't like that,
motherfuckers
right?
up on guard.
No, I put my head in the wall. No doubt about it. But like I said, it's working.
Yeah, keep it going. Don't change anything. Big win there, 5,000 damage, 31 from Hook. He was spectacular over the series, especially in the hard points, but felt like everybody had their moments. Honestly, I feel like there was a stretch where we were really, Abuza. He was the guy. Like he was taking over, and he is a great map. He's 26 and 17, but like everyone has just stepped it up on the team around him.
Yeah, I think Abuza really showed off at the major, so that will be the question next week.
That's true.
Who is going to continue to step up? Abuza was unreal at the LAN.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets a little bit more help here.
We'll see if they can do it. Some fantastic wins there. You win both hard points by around 100 points. You get a victory there after a couple of frustrating Game 5 losses. You shut down a team that got hot in LAG after winning back-to-back 3-0 victories. We didn't think too much of the Boston Breach one, but then you beat, Vegas, and you're like, okay, well, this is a little bit more interesting, but now you run into Seattle Surge. You can't get over that hump. Some nice resilience, I think, in the map 3 in a mode that they've struggled in, but that's the only time you really saw it.
No, I think there was just a moment, a couple of weeks, honestly, maybe a little bit longer, where we thought LAG was out of this. But I think sort of
like
the two match that last weekend, there's still a chance. Again, they've had a couple of top 6s on the year. They do that, they might just steal the A seed.
Because as much as we're like hyping up these matches, like still have the tournament.
Yep.
That's really what's going to come down to, is you could always make some kind of crazy run. We'll see how it plays out, but it's been a whole hell of a lot of fun. Hope you're having fun at home too, but that'll be it for our second match. We got 2 more to go. Christopher Puckett, break it down.
Thank you, Maven and Merck, and congratulations, Mr. Nameless, who ties things up here with the predictions. He's always picking Seattle. Today they came through for him, especially Hook you were calling out in the green room.
Yeah, kid was unbelievable, man, and the respawns absolutely went off. You heard Joe and Clint talking about it, like the communication. He just goes nuts. He's a leader for these guys, and there is like a little bit of a language barrier. I know it's not the first language. A couple guys in this roster, so that's maybe why Hook goes extra hard in the comms. But the respawn, man, just breaking hills at will. You've seen it now across both those hard points in this one in Vista and Rio. Puts them at 7-0, Chris, on Vista. By far the best Vista team in the world, which gives them an edge going into these vetoes.
That's so awesome for them. On the other side of things, you have LAG, who are basically hoping for the downfall of Las Vegas and Carolina in their remaining matches. But LAG's Diamond Con in particular got shut down in this game for under 3,000 damage. How were Seattle Surge able to apply so much pressure to one of their pop-off stars?
It was a slaying. It was a slaying across the board for Seattle Surge. You're not going to believe this, but Abuza was the only one positive in hardplay with a 1.04 for this team. You wouldn't think that after seeing this series. Hook absolutely takeover mode in every single game mode, save for the control. We're going to pretend that didn't happen, but everybody was putting in work, like Joe and Clint were saying, is across the board everybody had their moments. And if Seattle can keep playing consistent like that in the slaying, they can easily take these top 4 teams to a link.
If you give it MVP, Nameless, who do you give it to?
Well, I'm going to give it to Hook for sure. Yeah, the hard points, just absolutely excellence out of him. Like, if Abuza is playing like he is, especially on land, and he does that again with Hook's participation now in the SMG department and their improvements in search, like they can really make a run. I put them right up there with the Heretics. Both those teams, man, they're the dark horses.
You got Nameless's match MVP in your scuff play of the game. Let's take a look at what Hook the Nuke was doing in game number 1. 35 was at the end of the game on the leaderboard, with only 25 deaths to go along with it.
I mean, Hook was spawning up and challenging literally everything and winning the impossible. This guy was a 3-spree at almost every single life, and this is the Hook. This is the ceiling that we know he is capable of.
I mean, yeah, I know what he's capable of. Like I said, I mean, Hook back in AW when he first burst onto the scene was the single hardest kill of all time for me personally. Like, the kid is just unreal. And when he hits that flow state, like, he has a stage every year where he becomes him. And right now, it just feels like it's that stage for him, man. We've seen a couple of really, really good hard points, and they have a good system going. You know, we were going over the fundamentals. The breaks are there. The rotations look great. Rambo Ray has these guys on point.
Rambo, I was questioning it when you started to stock up on the Frenchies on this lineup. They are paying huge dividends. Shout out to Brezzy for the 10 kills in Search and Destroy, and of course, Hook for his pop-off in the hard points. Joining us now in our Monster Winner Spotlight, it's the man with double digits in Search. Brezzy, congrats. How are you guys feeling after a very close match against LAG, one that had a big impact on your forward seeds?
We're feeling like amazing, obviously, because we lost our last matches against Heretics and Paris like last map. So like it was complicated. We knew it was a big match, and today we just locked in.
Absolutely, Brezzy. Congratulations on the win. I want to ask you what it's like playing with Hook. You know, this is a newer teammate for you, and I wanted to know kind of what that integration was like and what you've seen from him as a player.
I mean, this guy is like just a legend. Like I don't know, like how I can like describe him. He's just like a perfect teammate, always happy, always bringing the vibe in scrims, like literally every day. So just shout out to him. He's like just the perfect teammate.
Brezzy, I want to ask you about your role in Search and Destroy, because there are quite a bit of rounds like you were going in first sometimes, like getting in that first engagement, and then you were just on an island, like you're switching things up so often. So what's that process? Who's the leader making those calls, or kind of what's your role in that game mode?
Yeah, we switch up like a lot of things in SNG because I don't know, we wanted to try to see if it's better or not, to make sure we are like really prepared like for the major. Today it worked, and just we're gonna like keep practicing our things, but yeah, we changed like a couple things.
Yeah, well, whatever y'all did today was working, because you were making plays in that Search and Destroy. Congrats, man.
Playing confident.
Thanks.
We love to see it, Brezzy. Final question for you is we see what the four of you are doing in-game once you get to your matches. But what's happening leading up to it, and who helps you prepare?
What do you mean? Can you say? Like,
yeah, I guess who on the staff is helping you guys with strategies? Do you guys go over your footage? Do you do it individually? What prep goes into your play?
Okay, so I mean, basically it's everyone. Just everyone like brings ideas in practice. Ray helps us a lot. Like so we don't give like a lot of credits to our coach, and just shout out to Ray because he has been helping us like a lot, like on any mods. And I mean, that's it, just everyone.
Excited to see you guys in person next week, and congrats on the win. You'll be starting in the winners bracket come Burbank.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Seattle Surge feeling great after that win. They're keeping pace with Miami, and if you're looking at the overall standings, pretty good idea to put some money on this team going to champs. 170 points. We thought it might be 165. That's the magic number. 170. How comfortable are you right now, Nameless? You have to win at least one when you go to Burbank?
No, I think 170 is a lock, bro.
I
think it's a lock. I said it at the beginning of last stage. I said it's gonna be 170, so I'm committed to that.
If you look at the bottom of that leaderboard, it's 50 points for Boston, but they're about to make it 60 when we return. It's Boston versus the 11th seed in Major 4. We return. It's Boston, but they're about to make it 60 when we return. It's Boston versus.
So they're already on dick. Alright. So we're already on dick. Raj.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
El otro tiene que estar por el under, creo.
Going alley, going alley.
No, en el Eli, Let's go. Eso es, joder. Bueno, Javi, coño. Madre mía.
Nice try, man.
Oh. I calmed it, dude. I said, like, wait for that. I know what you meant. I know what you.
Listen, where am I looking here? It's Mother's Day, all right? Call your moms, all right? And maybe I'll call them too.
I'm standing. That's too weak. One more. Weak. Get killed. Back out. There's two. We can refill your secret in a second. She's one more back door. I know your secret. Back door. One shot. Holy shit, Eric. Last one. Nice, Eric. Good story, man. You can't kill me. What the frick? What the f***? I have a streak. All four, dead. All four. Really right back.
Yeah, got me. Don't even worry about it, guys. These guys on.
It's all good. Go next.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Did you go next?
Just go next.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, we gotta laugh that one off, boys. Oh,
Yeah, we got that one off.
I'm bad.
We gotta laugh that one off.
Correct.
Well, guess what happened again yesterday, so. That guy.
All right, hey, chat, watch this. All right, let's go play the game. Let's take a look at this bad.
You just the staircase. We're gonna be getting pinched. I have no ammo. I have to push up.
Yeah, you just dead.
Umbrellas. And just don't line up with me. I have no ammo, bro. Dude, that's so tough, bro. I have no ammo, bro.
Did you feel bad about eliminating Vegas Legion from Champs?
Yes and no, but yes. They're seeing them like, ugh.
I don't know, actually. You are lying.
I'm lying? Them guys.
Yeah.
My bad, Clay.
Keep that shit together.
That's true. Well, why are you, bro? Where are you going? Dude, you're gonna get in trouble, bro. Why are you gonna get fined? All right. What the f is the?
Hello. And then
Actually, about
looking in the thing.
You're an idiot, bro. He's not in here. Join the game.
Let's go, boys. Come on. It's a fucking shittiest team in the league right now. Let's go. Fucking shit on them.
From a city, you hear signs when we sleep. Heaven sent, hands down, vibes so unique.
Look at me, yeah. Look at me, yeah.
It's time for Optic versus Boston, and this should be a fun one because Optic has been struggling and Boston has nothing to lose. So let's start here with the Optic Texas squad that won our most recent major. They did it by coming out of the losers bracket and then showed some dominance in the finals. Dashy, Kenny, Pred, and Shotzi, though, seem to have been falling off the winning ways. What is happening with this squad, Nameless?
Yeah, championship hangover. And, you know, when you talk about it, it's in the worst way possible throughout this split 1 and 4. You know, they got that win over Miami and they lost 4 straight game 5s. And Chris, they've lost 7 straight search and destroys. That is unacceptable in these series. And then when you talk about their hardpoint, once top 2 hardpoint team unequivocal in the world, well, they're losing hardpoints to a lot of teams that are at the middle and bottom of the pack.
The good news is your opponent has lost 12 straight maps. I stole that stat. Allie, how are we feeling about Boston Breach and
Ohio State?
I
love Columbus, Ohio, man. I had a good time there. I love that place, dude. It's like a good place. Stop talking. About my clip. He texted me last night too. Oh, he couldn't stop talking about it. Such a psychopath.
I DM'd him right after. I said, man's got to do what a man's got to do.
As soon as I joined Flakers, he goes, yo, Mark, Flakers now. Wow. Did you see what Seth said?
1-1. So Boston probably don't feel horrible. I mean, this is the best possible matchup we could have in the bottom half. It's 11 versus 12.
Boston always plays up to Optic. I remember going to Game 5 on High Rise. Can they for
Optic, Texas?
The fans got your back. No, they don't. They're going Optic as well. We got Miles and Chance back together. I say no. It's Optic with the 3-0. Alley Cat?
I'm definitely going to go with Optic Texas in this one.
If I had a lead, I'd pick Boston, but I'm going to go with Optic Texas.
The fans got your back. No, they don't. They're going Optic as well. We got Miles and Chance back to...
There's a massive disparity in stats right now. But what is about to happen? What is actually going to go down in the most literal sense in this series?
More than likely a 3-0 would be the best guess. Of course, you never know how it's going to play out, but obviously Kenny, he's rocking a new haircut, so things are fresher for this Optic team. And I know a 4-loss streak, not great. It doesn't feel good, but for Boston fans, they're looking at Optic being like, first time, they are on a potential consecutive time repeating 4-loss streak. I'm saying they're about to lose 16 series in a row. It's not good right now for Boston Breach, so this is quite literally the perfect series for Optic to take full advantage of. Come out the 6-star, take a swim, be Sharksy, and just bully these guys out.
Records being set, and it can only get better in terms of, how impressive the losing streak could potentially be. Boston Breach, can you break it right here and right now? And this 6-star hardpoint rock and roll in this one. On board with the man with the mustache, it is Snoopy. Immediately brought down, trades in, Optic in the time.
And I think Brisa maybe not the best opportunity to flank, a little bit too much space taken there by the Optic players. So pretty strong opening break there from Optic, and well, now they just get a swarm and nice controlled around the hill. You see no one right now for Texas really playing at a lightning speed. They got their setup and they are sticking to it, and not a single player on Boston really able to find a kill, and if they do, it gets traded out. This is perfection from Optic thus far, as the script dictates.
As the script does go, well, this is basically what we saw last time Boston Breach were on this map, I do believe. It was a nearly dry or completely naked P1 and P2. A single second will account to a major change here, and that is what Boston Breach have got. P2 is about to open up. They are the green arrows on the minimap. The white ones will be Optic Texas. And you went wrong about Kenny. He's looking fresh. That's nice.
Yeah, now he's going to be fresh on the flank as well. Major Maniac, the man responsible for dealing with them, and Major Maniac doing a nice job using the stairs to his advantage, but while Major has success, his teammates starting to fall. You see the trades rolling through, and Optic at least making that time white, so the mixy moment, but Shotzi, that entry man, we'll see how the trades are going to partake, because this is every single player squaring up around the zone, and Boston reigns supreme, so early rotation of P2 pays off. Maybe not going to be able to take the lead, but they're going to make things close.
They're going to do what they can. And this is an ideal situation to be in right now for Boston. Major Maniac, Mr. Composure himself, the final 20 seconds here on P2 going to come to a close. Pred on the outside, waiting for the moment to hit. Major Maniac reads it, doesn't get any damage in, so it's all down to Priester, cut down by Dashi and Shotzi. That's going to be a hard point for the next 10, going the way of Optic Texas. Keep the lead in their hands, Chance, but P3 far from it.
Well, I gotta say as well, this is 2 great holds in a row, but Optic wanted to fight for 10 seconds to scrap, so instead they completely lose the rotation to the actual Money Hill, and Snoopy's there to pick up 2, so Boston Breach honestly now have a very sizable advantage potentially in this game. This is their opportunity to run it up.
Snoopy looking to run up this streak as well. No, Pred wins a big one. That's going to be the end of it. However, lead change, Boston Breach in control. Bruce on the way forward, has to contend with Beans. Major Maniac on the back up here. Boston Breach with a strong line of defense in the hard point. Shotzi with the kills out over the top, finds an opening, gets himself in there. That's the break. Optic are in.
And that is maybe just Shotzi built a little bit different. No, well-coordinated effort there by Optic Texas, even just overwhelming the trophies of the Boston players. So I know we were seeing them all peppered and tagged, and on a P3 that could have been in Money Hill, Boston's opportunity to take the lead. Optic do enough to at least keep it close, and effectively things would be tied up going towards new as Boston, 3 players funneling through a very tight corridor. Yeah, I'd back down from that too.
I know, well, that's the benefit of the tight corridor like that. Shotzi, lethal and tactical, keep those boys at bay. Here comes Bruce with a frag of his own. Trophy is still in action. Dashi with the tags at range, middle of the map now. That's what we're going for. That's where the red dots are. And Pred on the pitch. Potential for huge damage here, and he's causing problems. The fight is over, but the hard point is very much still Optics.
And they're comfortable as well. Kenny just clearing out the flank. He's getting the call out from Pred. Okay, all guns forward, and it is more just Boston players gonna have to funnel through a very tight corridor. Nice shot from Beans, maybe to open things up, but trades not found. Shotzi on a 5, and the cruise falls directly into his lap. Not a well-coordinated push there by Boston, and Optic pump up the lead just a little bit more.
You're pulling 404 on the trades there. P-Dog, though, untradeable in his own right. Gets himself a nice 2. Can't get any more out of that life, but nice looks there. Kenny and Dashi in the feed find themselves 3 together. First hardpoint set complete. Over towards P1 we go once again. And Optic Texas with a bit of a lead, but nothing too crazy here, Chance. So good looks out of Boston.
That's a big 3 down as well. So Dashi, excuse me, opportunity just to make a dent in this push, and he does get traded out, and yeah, nobody off respawn able to get back in position quick enough. Shotzi though, absolute menace. Fantastic shots coming in for the Rival 9 in that moment, but Priesta, the untradeable as you called him, well, it's only his teammate that can take him down.
Yeah, well done, Snoopy there. Lovely work on the trade. Takes care of Priesta. Hard point still on the hands. Boston Breach. Major Maniac behind the bar, cooking up business. Nice work again of Priesta, straight into it. He's on a 4 spree. Every time we get to Priesta, it's a 3 or a 4. Unable to get the streaks there. Snoopy came close enough around P3 in the first set. But right now, Optic are in. Beans with a quick contest, immediately dealt with there. And Snoopy back towards the stairs. We've not seen him find any success here on the stairs. And once again, it's another shutdown push. Optic in control.
Yeah, P1 domination so far this game. I mean, they've completely just stuffed them. Maybe Boston have gotten 5 or 6 seconds on P1. Almost every other bit of time has gone to Optic. Boston, though, this has been their best hill. First go around, near full 60. Shotzi, smooth moves, nice curve, hits a roof, though. Everybody protected. They're going to stay inside their home. Snoopy continues to collect the time.
A difficult angle to find there. He looked like a maverick to start things off. Over to Shotzi again, this time with a Rival 9. Back door, gonna bang that one open. Snoopy, instant red there. Pred with a fantastic bait and switch. Major Maniac, but the next line of defense here cut down. The trades continue to go in favor of Optic Texas. The hard point now in their hands as well. Look at a 50-point game as Beans gets put to bed.
Oh, that's nice coverage, too. The utilization of the dolphin dive there from Shotzi. You get to see it from a couple different point of views, but able to stay alive, do a little dance, and just be a nuisance and make the trades that much easier for the team. Now, on the flip side, Major Maniac is actually trying to rotate, so Boston might be able to get the scrap, but Major does get traded out, and I mean, Boston, we say they get the scrap, it's albeit just for 5 seconds. So the only mistake Optic really made in the first set of rotations was not winning the rotation towards P3. Here they are with a 40-point lead, an opportunity to just completely blow things wide open.
This should be the moment that breaks the back of Boston Breach here on 6-star, but we'll find out. Is the hard point break going to be good enough there? Kenny says, no thank you very much. That side of the map, all safe. Front side, that's where the battle's coming from. And Optic Texas, firm control, a wonderful setup. Let's see how the comms sound.
Get white or no? Someone get wood, yeah. I have wood. I'm so one tap. I hear you. Do what I need. I push. Pop up. Sushi, one shot. I'm two hop up. Oh, yeah. Nice, Ken. I have a kid. Watch out. I'm going. I'm Major, he has to be you. He's already close. He's on stage. We gotta get this stage. Top of stage, bro. I'm on the on stage, Major. I'm waiting for you. They're all you, by the way. You, Snoopy, on top. Absolutely. Major, one side. On me. You. Absolutely, they're both one. Both one. Nice. I'm coming. Take me to check out. I'm gonna check out, bro. I can play kill this side. What's in you? That's I'm aiming you. He's low checkout, Snoopy. Check out Snoopy. I spawn you, smoke out. Check out. Really, really. I'm fighting you. Nice. Did we get Snoopy or no? Yeah, I got two. Okay, there's that top. Absolute. Oh, 4 shot, drop. Close up, drop. Close up me. Absolutely. Let's go. Let's go. I'm not getting. Get the left. I went DJ. I blue. I think that's what I blue. On top flag. Okay, I blue. The top flag, Ken. I can't. I can't get the butt. Can top flag now? One guy's
That's an interesting insight there in Optic Texas in the map. I mean, the scoreline looks fantastic, but I think there's a little bit of discomfort there in the lineup.
I mean, maybe just a little bit. Major Maniac had a nice rotation, won some entry gunfights, but if Optic are having to work for it, it's still about a 50-50 battle, and when Optic have the edge, Boston not really able to fight too much, but speaking of fight, this is the most fight they've had on the P1 thus far. Boston finally able to accrue a little bit of time. The Priesta doesn't get the entry, forces out a couple trades, the water fight going down as well at the same time, but Boston, they come out on top of everything. Clean 4-man wipe, but a long way to go, but they should be good for the final 20.
Should be good. 20 to go, P1. Chelsea's managed to sneak into the new hard point. Major Maniac once again locking it down. A big bit of work there as his teammates find a couple. The breaks in, and the new hard point is now wide open for kills, though. Optic Texas is going to get the final few moments now. Foot race on towards P2. Here we go. Could be the final moments of the map.
Yeah, Shotzi went for the break rather than the spawns, but that might be the right call because now everybody's going to be squared up for it. And Kenny's attempt with the cruise missile finds the guy in the back, so now a 4v3 near the time, and already Boston, well, they have to scurry off the point, hide, and run for their lives. Beans, now effectively the front man, Bread, going to be able to hunt those two players down. The trade fest continues. Boston not able to collect too much time.
No, great timing from Kenny that catches Major Maniac on the way. Two of them there. They're choosing the other foot now, and Kenny with a big 2. Hard point still being contested. Bean stays alive for a moment longer. 10 for the win. Optic Texas trying to hold it down. It's Kenny in the feed. Big wins from Pred in the vents, and that should be map 1, folks.
Yeah, make it fancy, why don't you? Pred just showing a little bit of sauce inside the vents.
We take map 1. Let's fucking go.
Texas again. This is the series to sort of get that rhythm and flow back in your favor. And on map 1, well, that's exactly what they do. Maybe one small mistake the entire game. Hitting for old, they lose one gunfight towards P3. They lose out on that single rotation. Otherwise, clinical performance on 6-star. Nothing really to write home about. Great plays through and through.
Through and through, a clean start from Optic Texas. As far as Boston Breach though go, Chance, their hardpoint scores in the last week or so have been diabolical. This was a very, very high scoring game. I think maybe the highest scoring game they've had. Don't quote me on that. All week long. I mean, since we've seen Major Maniac on the roster. Is that right?
Well, yeah, they've had some rough looks, but 170 being one of the higher ones is more just a symptom of a camp that is not enjoying the tail end of the season. Again, now on a 14-map loss streak, I believe, and that ties almost the series loss streak that they are on as well. But the scoreboard, basically what you're going to expect to see. AR is nice and comfortable there from Optic, living inside the hills. Dashy, king of it, gets 222 on the inside, and of course everybody but Pred going positive, but Pred also throwing up the assist in damage as well. I mean, I think honestly just a tale of 2 different teams and 2 different sets of teamwork rather. So many more assists the Optic team is able to collect.
Yeah, it felt like sometimes mostly the statue hard point, Boston weren't necessarily as effective at getting the trades. They weren't timing their hits together. Moments like that from Kenny, very easy to just pick apart 2 players. Not necessarily a huge amount of pressure there, and we didn't see a whole lot of life there from Boston when it comes to those trade moments. So a little bit off there in the team chemistry, but again, a squad that's been in the doldrums for quite some time. Priest, the 2-piece machine, the only man really putting up massive work. We saw a little bit of life out of Beans towards the end, but again, too little too late, sadly. And not even the composure of Major Maniac could keep Boston Breach in this one as they go down 1-0 there in the first.
Yeah, and you know, we mentioned the sort of expected, stat sheet at the end of the game, how for Optic, everything made sense, what you'd expect in the matchup. Similar kind of vibe for Boston, like Beans consistently. He's throwing up fantastic damage. Like Beans is a shooter, no question about it. He kept pace with the rest of the lobby, but it is just as a collective, these guys a step behind, but 6-star we start on, and on 6-star we will stay for the S&D, but just a quick peek at the map flow. Boston, they fought a little bit at the start of the game, but Optic just able to run away with it and keep things nice and consistent. Again, the one mistake Optic sort of make on that first P3, otherwise a clinical performance.
And even then, it was a bit of a mistake, but they do get the break with about 25 seconds to spare, so kudos to them being able to get that rep in. They're also staying on 6-star, folks, for Search and Destroy. We'll go to Karachi and then a double dose of Rio to close the series out. If we have to go to 5, and let's face it, these 2 teams have been here before, but it is unlikely. As the stats have said, Boston Breach on a historic run right now and in all the wrong ways. We'll find out how the Search and Destroy goes in the second chance. I'm not going to ask you how you think this one's going, so I'm just going to ask you instead, what did you have for breakfast?
I didn't eat breakfast today. I just had coffee. Yeah, not a breakfast guy these days. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but hopefully the Boston camp had a nice brunch potentially in the Horizon in Boston. Obviously, it's a city full of champions now. I know the city has been celebrating the win that the Celtics got. Maybe not so much the Breach squad, but hey, if they could pull off an upset here, it would certainly make headlines. But where Boston's issue used to be the game 5s, now they're just getting 3-0'd pretty consistently. So yes, it is the 11th seed versus the 12th. And if Optic lose this, they are going to end up in the losers bracket come the major, but a win here just adds some extra spice to their matchup against Toronto tomorrow.
That spice indeed. Well, we'll see how that goes. 0-5 for Boston Breach so far. A single map win would be ideal for them to break the run. 4 players who are absolutely capable of it. Priester, world champion. Major Maniac, of course, in that inaugural season of the CDL, playing alongside FaZe with a second place finish, but albeit an incredibly dominant season. A lot of LAN gameplay there before COVID interrupted things. So we've got very capable players. And of course, Beans and Snoopy yet to really get on the board in the championship department, but both explosive players, very, very impressive individuals in their own right. Can they tie it together and find some special something here as we sell this dream and we go on a search and destroy?
And Search and Destroy is going to be a fun one on this map as well. Obviously, memories of when Optic was playing against the New York Subliners and that sort of like underground sort of vent route got taken time and time again, utilized extremely effectively by New York. And I don't know if Optic will make that adjustment or use it themselves, or if Boston will just show completely different looks. Dashy already able to get the first blood from downrange. Dashy holding the site down by himself.
That's lovely work. Priester's timing here is going to be very, very unfortunate as Kenny just breaks the threshold of the stairs. But Major Maniac, oh my word, so close to the 2-piece, but the round is done. Optic Texas, the opener from Dashy. Lovely timing from Kenny there as well on the board.
Yeah, a little surprised that Priest was trying to swing out like that before Major Maniac was actually able to watch over him, because Kenny just gets gifted a free kill. And I mean, granted, Major in a position, in a sweet spot in the pool to maybe pick up the 2-piece. Dashy, as we all know, one of the best shots, if not the best shot in Call of Duty. So he's going to be able to trade that out every single time. So maybe one of the last times we see Boston try to attack B, Dashy just locking it down like that, certainly going to make an impact on your mind.
Round 2, fight. Or Pred will lay down on his belly with that bomb in his back pocket as his shot sees right above him. Over to Dashy on security side. Lots of players here from Boston Breach by the A-bomb site. No one going to be there. So the middle of the map, you've given it up now. You've played as slow as you can afford to here, Optic Texas. Just over a minute to go. The nade will land. It will not connect. And now you're looking towards that bomb site. Check the secret stairs. That is it. And it's Beans. Oh, and he lands a good kill onto Shotzi to start things off.
Yeah, can't trade him out because Major dropped down to watch over him too. So that sort of underground route continues to be a thorn in their side. Kenny made an impact, but Snoopy there for the trades, and Optic have to get out of dodge. Rotation through the middle of the map though. Snoopy, Spidey senses potentially tingling, but they're just gonna group up together, playing as the roaming Slayers, moving like a pack.
Well, no one's ears should be tingling after he pops steady. 25 seconds, we're going the long way around. We're back up towards A. Dashy secures the site, says Pred, bring it in, mate. Don't waste any time. He's going to check all the usual spots, and it does look like someone's going to get his sooner rather than later. Here comes Beans and Major Maniac. Snoopy, Island player on the other side of the map. And it's a big snap from Beans. Wins the fight with the Rival 9. Can he get the second? He cannot. Pred, 2v1.
Can't believe he made it through the door, but now the issue is he's going to have to run back and check the bomb. Major certainly able to hear the door get kicked open, but here's the timing. Can he make it? He cannot. Pred, maybe like my ranked play teammates, not quite in position to give it the old college try.
Good looks there again, though, from Major Maniac. He immediately transitions. Here's the door bang, throws his shoulder for a second, makes a 50-50 guess. Is he going to be in front of me, or is he going to be on that secret platform below? And he does get the good read. Would he have been able to actually stop the kill onto Snoopy? That's the next question, but either way, you'll take that happily, Boston Breach. Lovely equalizer found there. Here we go, Boston on attack.
And shout out to Beans as well for the first blood, able to get the Rival 9 as well. I think with an MCW, might not win that gunfight against Dashy, so being the difference maker in the round is now Optic. Aggressive through the middle of the map. Shotzi and Pred working together. And Priest the man to deal with. He was untradeable on this map time and time again in the hard point. Well, how about the trades here in S&D? Reaction time good enough for Shotzzy. We got a 3v3.
3v3. Beans lines them up. Lovely shots down range. Kenny with a trade. 2v2 now. Over to Major Maniac. The lone defender of the bomb for the moment.
There's the smoke too. Here's the one-way time.
Stuck him. Snoopy gets a big one. Can he get the second? He can't. Kenny? Whoa, that's the Major 1v1. Wins it. Boston take the lead.
And that's just aggressive as well. No time wasted over by the A site. They sort of felt Dashy's presence by B. Don't want to deal with that and able to handle the retake as well. Again, credit to Priesta on the flank, at least able to get that entry kill, catch Optic slip in, and in the 3 versus 3 again, just effective trades, right? Beans able to get his one against Dashy. Kenny might be able to trade it out, but Major Maniac, certainly the player you want last alive on your team.
Good work again on the damage front from Snoopy there. Lovely stick on a shot, so he changes the game, and the damage into Kenny basically guarantees it. 2-2 split here from Boston, 2 towards the pool side of the map. Spots Kenny. Oh, and Snoopy, you wanted that. An awkward spot to be in now. Daddy used. There's no way Kenny's going to fall for this one. Meanwhile, the A-bomb site wide open, free, planted. See you later, lads. There's the retake.
Yeah, Fred aggressive down the lane, or maybe going to back out and play underground. But they've got intel on everything. It is going to be a triple hit through you. Best of luck here for Boston.
Shotzzy starts off proceedings with a kill onto Major Maniac.
Bumming up a double shot of whiskey.
Check the corner, gets it wrong. Dashy with a freebie. Priesta, though, does
Priesta.
manage to find one. Slow things down, but you don't have a whole lot of time to
Let's
burn.
go, Pred.
Pred with a trade. Lovely work. 20 on the clock. Beans in a tough spot.
Oh my God, timing.
Nothing you can do.
Timing.
18 seconds left. Going to get shot in the back. And a moment for Boston where I don't know if they entirely knew what they wanted their game plan to be for the retake. Major Maniac gets caught down the lane as Priesta is wrapping through the middle of the back to him. So instead of trying to triple hit through you, they wanted to go for a 2-2 push. But by the time they make that decision, well, the dominoes already start falling. And whether that be because smoke doesn't actually make it out or maybe something they talked over beforehand. But either way, small mishap there for Boston. No retakes, and that A-bomb site reigns supreme.
Good old A-bomb site. I do think the smoke here must have been eaten by the trophy system, so that is a huge loss actually in the round, especially for the teams trying to retake in this position. Beans there, the lone man of security, 3 through middle of the map for Optic, and Dashy once again. The man loves those long-range fights. Stop giving to him.
Well, they'll take it right back. Priest able to get one. Shotzzy in for the kill, nice and quick as well, and gets out of dodge. So at least you get trades on one end, and again, that B site, not one I would be favoring if I was Boston.
Shotzzy with a lovely sort of drive-by information there. He hops over the gap, past the threshold, spots those players out. Beans holding it down alone. Kenny with a trade, all down to Priest now in the 1v2. He's moving through the middle of the map. He has not been spotted yet, and this is an interesting moment for a man with a rival 9. Can he clutch?
No, we cannot. Kenny slam that door immediately. In another moment for Boston, we're just not completely coordinated. I mean, Beans completely committed to the fight on you, and I mean, he got his one, but Priesta had a different concept in mind, and maybe a little bit split, a little less coordinated. Optic, again, their trades have been on point. Pred loses a 1. You got Shotzzy flying in for the kill, and then obviously if they win their ones, no complaints there. Dashy still holding that B-side down.
Yeah, locking it. Out by pool, that fresh air, Bruce. It's the wind through his long hair right now. That is, he's getting close to me at this point in time. But quick bomb recovery from Pred there with a 1-round advantage for Optic Texas. How are we looking? Was Boston deep over towards A? You've made the B side of the map a dangerous place to be right now. Dashy winning those fights, you just let him have it. But we're wrapping chance all the way around.
Yeah, Shotzzy made it into your spawn before Boston made it to the halfway point of the map, so they're gonna wrap back, and Beans, he wins some crazy ones.
What?
Oh, he is gonna get it there. He does it again.
Oh my God, that is a ridiculous win at that range against Shotzzy. Fred trades out Snoopy. Good work. 30 seconds on this one. Boston with a life lead.
I should have trusted my instinct. I knew he wins some weird ones. Should have just shut up after that, but 2v3 Optic still can hold this down.
You've got all over the bomb site, Boston Breach. You have to now guess the fight. Pred, he's going to be by Tiki. You know it. It's such a common spot. Will he time this one right? He doesn't. Dashy now. 1v2 done. Boston Breach with a defuse and just a few seconds to spare. Lovely composure. All squared up 3-3.
Yeah, that's a great call by Boston as well, just to sort of push Dashy out. You see Pred going to check the bomb and gets bamboozled, expecting somebody to hop it, but Boston make the heads-up call, and Beans, again, can just win some very difficult gunfights. I mean, Shotzi has him dead to rights 9 times out of 10, but the drop shot just so quick on the reaction time, and get to see it here. Yeah, headshot, multiplier, drop shot, Beans had all the sauce.
He got one headshot in there. You saw the double X. That was a triple X rated play, if you ask me, though. But that is the round winner right there.
That's what I'm saying, motherfucker. Like, dude, like, Shotzi would have shown that motherfucker if it wasn't a headshot multiplier. This shit is so fucking annoying.
No one's looking down low. They're not
going to check it.
It's hard to make a play, though. It's hard to get these kills for Fred. And that's exactly why. Yeah, timing stuff.
Got the map, though. Kenny bangs it wide open, looking for a few more. That damage is huge. Gets away with his life, but he is the only life for Optic here in this round. Can Boston take advantage of this? The answer is absolutely. Priester tags him back. Boston keep rolling.
That's like the difference maker of like the underground push too. You have to know the timing so well, and that comes with a lot of experience and a little bit of luck as well. I know when Optic played against the Subliners, they had it dialed into a T. Pred gives it an attempt there, but Boston, I mean, they were watching it like hawks. So that just shuts down the entire concept of the defensive setup there from Optic. And I mean, you saw the stat earlier, a 7 S&D loss spree. They're going against Boston, who are also on a 5-map S&D loss spree, and whichever team loses here, a little bit extra demoralized, I would say.
Truly. Well, back over to B we go. Again, Optic takes us a free and open pool. No one's going to be making it there just yet. Boston still applying the sunscreen, I can only assume. Shotzi, great timing. Priester there knew something was up, but it's not going to matter. That's the bomb down, and that is a man down.
It's the exact same strat just about where Shotzi flies through, and Boston just not appreciating the map space that Optic could have been taking. In the meantime, Snoopy is going on a world tour of a flank, and you killed Pred, not Shotzi. You know he's nearby.
Hold it. Shotzi still keeping close. Beans, will he tag him back? The nade pushes Dashy back. Beans gets into the fray, and that is wonderful timing from Shotzi. He's going to stay alive. Last man left alive, though, for his squad. Has to win this fight. Has to win it. Gets it. Looking towards the bomb now, but in the smoke. Utter chaos. Can Snoopy win this 1v1?
Let's go, Shotzi!
Matter. It was pistols at the bar, and Shotzi walks away with it.
Yeah, and there was one way that Shotzi could have won that round, and well, it was just indeed one way. Easy pun to make, but I mean, that is sort of the smoke cheese that we have been seeing at the pro level. Smokes look different from different perspectives. So the guy standing in the smoke, if he's at the edge, can see you clear as day, but you see Snoopy's issue. Trying to see somebody in it, near impossible. So Shotzi just buying time, buying the gunny, and poor Snoopy. I mean, he goes on a world tour to make the play, nearly does it, but Boston get punished again.
Very indeed. Punishing enough to tie up the 4-4 here on 6-star. The 4 spree from Shotzi. Can he make it 5? The answer is no. He eats a nade. In the meantime, he doesn't see Major Maniac sneak by, but Optic are all over that B bomb site. Snoopy on a flank. If he gets there a little faster, it might help out. Major Maniac from the pool. Here comes Shotzi. Gets himself kill number 5.
Yeah, and this could be huge if he gets the cruise missile as well, so wants to bait for his teammates. Snoopy, though, talk about taking some map space, wins the gunfight against Dashy, gives you a 2 versus 2, and talk about an important round. 4-4 tie right now in the game, and of course, Shotzi, if he wins it, gets a cruise missile for the next one.
We're going to check this. There's the smoke. There's one. And we're on the edge of that smoke. Absolutely. Big damage into Shotzi. Will he be able to get the kill? He's got not a lot of time, and he's trapped on the site.
And he's playing for the kill, too. He just wants one. Cares less about the round, because they're not going to give it to him. Just wants to find number 6, but Boston literally showing and giving him nothing. And the angle not good enough.
God,
Snoopy
bro,
there
no
to
way.
shut it down, and what a big round for Boston. Snoopy again. Previous round goes on a massive flank, nearly makes the game-winning play, but the smoke really shuts that down. Well, takes the map space again, catches Dashy, and just barely gets away with 15 extra HP, but makes it a 2v2. Snoopy making some plays.
He smells the cheese a mile away, and that time it was stinky enough to be avoided. Big moment here from Boston Breach. It's map point. And it's history in the making. Optic on the attack.
Yeah, this is the snap a 14 map loss streak right now, I believe, for Boston. So it'd be nice just to feel a W at all.
There's the opening smoke, but it is a ruse. No one's moving at all, except over towards the B-bomb site. And that's where Beans is, and that's where Beans will hold first blood.
Can he live as well? Able to heal up at the very least, ready for the next gunfight. Has the intel, sees 2 players, has help on the trades, but Beans doesn't need it because Beans is omnipresent, shutting him down. How dare you try to mess with him?
Oh, it's happened! Ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe what we've seen. The end of the drought is over, and that man on your screen just turned Optic Texas inside out. What an unbelievable 3-piece. History made. Boston Breach have won a map.
And it's just like he takes extra bullets too. I swear, like as so many gunfights for Beans, he gets away 1 HP, I think multiple times against Shotzi as well. So not enjoying that gunfight. You think you know how much damage it takes for Beans, just a little bit extra. And it is a little funny as well for Beans, just the fact that, I mean, he loves S&D specifically against Optic. I don't know what it is, but 3 first bloods, 11 kills as well. And the difference maker in multiple rounds. I mean, keep in mind, Beans had the round where he's playing down low, gets the first blood, picks up the rival, has to kill Dashy a little bit later down the road after that. Has the round where he's drop shotting against Shotzi, getting the headshot multiplier with the MCW being the impact difference maker as well. And then the final one, Beans just calls it. So almost single-handedly winning you 3 different rounds. Beans, MVP for sure.
A superhuman performance. The last time Boston Breach won a map, which was Search and Destroy, was May 31st. Congratulations to them on getting on the board. That B could not look any sweeter for them. B for Beans, B for Boston Breach. Well, that is a 1-1 in the series, Chance. And all them 3-0s. Look, it has to start somewhere. We'll see what happens on the control. But for now, Boston Breach, I mean, is it Pringles? Once they've stopped, will they, or once they've popped, can they be stopped is, I suppose, the question of me. Optic Texas, time to bounce back here on control. We're going to go to a very quick commercial break in a moment, folks, but as you can see, a very, very spicy search and destroy there.
Fucking way, bro.
No? Oh.
See what Scum said about that, huh?
Yeah.
This year, the giveaway includes 2 VIP tickets.
Download Cash App now. Use the.
So
you're gonna go shirtless, you said?
If you gift it, I'll take it off for a brief moment. It's coming off then back on though.
At all, except over towards the B-bomb site. And that's where Beans
Oh
is.
no, brother.
That's where Beans will hold first blood.
Let's trade this guy.
Can he live as well? Able to heal up at the very least, so ready for the next gunfight. Has the intel, sees 2 players, has help on the trades, but Beans doesn't need it because Beans is
S&D woes continue. Holy fuck.
Hey, that's 8 in a row.
How dare you try to mess with him?
Oh, it's happened!
8 search losses in a row, man. It's just we can't buy a search right now, and it's killing us. It's killing us, man.
The drought is over, and that man on your screen.
Beans pops a big 3-piece there.
Optic Texas inside out.
Team game. That's yeah, it's an 11 bomb for Beans.
That one hurt. That one hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. What the bad boy right here? What the bad boy right here? Right here, right here, right here, right here. It's so fucking annoying, bro. Like, what? Like, what in the actual fuck? Like, bro. so fucking stupid.
Stupid, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Where were you when Boston Breach found their big win in this historic losers run? An unbelievable precedent set chance. The series loss streak is still alive, but the map loss spree has come to a close. I mean, one more and they would have been about as disappointed as the flock to it, you know, girl's dad is right now. As her 15 minutes of fame stretched into 72 hours. They want to search? Let's try a respawn now, says the X.com. Pluto says Benjamin Beans is him, which is all true. They've ended the 50 map losing streak and the 5 S&D map losing streak. The last time they won a series was what? St. Paddy's Day, a long time ago. Woohoo! Well, Boston, you have the opportunity to do something incredibly funny right now and win this control as well. Here we go. We'll start things off though with Optic on defense.
Yeah, and this might very well be Beans' map as well. Again, his damage numbers have been consistently top-notch on almost every map that he plays. Doesn't really matter the game mode, but control are times where he's just a titan in the lobby. You see Pred and Dashy double chop just to take him down off the rib. So a nice little cheeky strat off the opening break to take care of Beans, but Snoopy's the most important one to kill, and he didn't get him. Beans and Priesta off respawn as well, able to pick up a couple and outforce the action over towards this B zone. Boston, they be biting off more than they can chew. Priesta by himself needs way more help.
He will get some of that help in a moment. Dashy, they can see him on the left-hand side of the screen. Here come the boys on the right. Perfect retake situation there on the B zone. Not able to get into it. Oh, they line up. Oh, God. It's okay, though. It was salvaged. As far as you're concerned for the Optic fans, PTSD might have just hit. A single segment A closed out. The B work will be dealt with. Also, now aggression towards spawns of Boston.
And Boston also never went for the A capture. They didn't try to fight the two front war. They wanted to jump on B as quickly as possible. But now in these mixing moments, not going to be easy to capture A either. And Pred on the prowl trying to chase down a Beans, and how good is your guesswork good enough? Instincts on point right now. Optic still collecting kills.
You might lose him, but he keeps the snapper on hand to find that kill, and he will get himself an MCW nearly for his trouble. Well, there we go, back into the trap we now go. Boston, good luck breaking out of this with 30 seconds to spare. Not a huge amount of lives lost, and that's absolutely fine. For now, the time will be the thing that brings him down.
Dashy will be the thing that maybe just brings Boston down. Going vertical on this one as well, spinning in circles. Waiting for the chow, but Boston, even with this little time on the game clock, we're really waiting to make that happen. They're going to stop it, get a triple stack in with 13 seconds left, but if I'm Pred, I'm pouncing. Get on this zone and try to stop it before they can capture it, but Optic, different ideas. They're going to let that zone fall.
Optic are all over the map right now. Kenny in your spawn, complete coverage. You have yet to deal with all the members of Boston. Major Maniac, the last man standing here. It is absolutely him against the world right now. His teammates have pushed out. And Major Maniac looking to help the boys escape the trap. Dashy dealt with. Wow, he was giving him the hands as well.
That's a force spree as well, so major opportunity here to make the extra play. Playing for the kills and maybe a little bit of intel. Major picks up number 5. Now the trades are rolling through. Trying to keep track of where it actually is. Yeah, the overseer for Kenny, but Dashy a little bit too quick. You see the aggression Optic are playing with Dashy. I mean, flying at you from the top ropes to get top red. Boston running out of time. 25 seconds on the clock. They need to touch it just to stop the clock.
Just to stop the clock, but the life count as well getting very tight. Optic with the 11 lives left. I mean, a single sweep of kills will certainly help out. No one showing face whatsoever to Beans. He's going to have to go hunting for these kills. His teammates are getting picked apart, up the trades. Uh-oh, Kenny walks out into trouble. Beans finds at least one. The clock's still ticking. Anyone able to get themselves close to the zone? No one able to fly forward. Chotty, nice 2.
Oh my God, 3. Let's go.
And that will be the round.
Yeah, the sneakiest bust spot of all time. I don't know if it's going to be checked more in champs, but it is just so. It's just, yeah, it literally is abnormal. Teams are a little bit better about it now and like search and destroy just to weed it out, but it is just such a sort of unique spot on the map that it doesn't feel good until you use it, and then it's just godlike.
Yeah, it's so close as well. I mean, this is what Shotzi's POV from that spot. 1, 2, 3. I mean, Priester, if not being shoulder to shoulder there with his teammate, the opportunity for the 4th there would have been great. But Shotzi, front of the bus, had himself a good time.
And also, just a side note on this, we saw Kenny hop up on the bus stop as well. He loves that. Just throwing that out there, it just tickles me for some reason.
More than getting tickled right now, all these cars exploding. Beans, once again, the first man to be brought down in back-to-back rounds.
I was going to say, I was expecting Shotzi to get traded, but Snoopy actually jumped at the worst possible time. And now Shotzi showing off the moves. Yeah, maybe an accident there in that moment. But either way, look at this. Pred found his way towards the B zone. He's going to be playing for the kills before he hops to the point, and this might end up working perfectly. Beans cross in front of him. There's a freebie. Number 2 in line. Pred playing for the kills. He's going to get him. Now a double stack on this B zone. Takes 22 seconds for 2 players to get this done.
And they've got the 2 players. It's Kenny and Pred. Priester walks right into that one. Slight reposition now. And Kenny on the back room, he'll be safe for a while.
Oh my God, Dashy.
Zones. It's a race, which B will win. They're coming around the corner right now on the outside. The B zone, oh, but it's a contest there. The B zone's been stopped. The A zone continuing to get captured. B zone down and out. Done. Both zones cleaned up, and my God, was it close. That could have been a moment.
Yeah, and this is a map of decisions. You had a map number, or in the first round, excuse me, Boston tried to full force it over towards B and ended up getting punished. Optic truly fighting the 2-front war, and barely they get it here before Dashy stops it, but 2 players have to make that investment. So Optic do have an open door just to walk back over towards the A zone. Admittedly, though, they are taking a little bit of time to make it happen, but they should be good. Boston going for the decap. They'll be playing the long game. 2 minutes to defend this B zone.
That's a crazy situation to be in. You test your luck a few too many times. Priester, you have been spotted. A nice throw. Oh, nice shots as well. Pred finally able to get it. Over to Beans. Takes care of 1. Minute 40 in the game clock. Snoopy, oh, he let it rip with the trigger. Can he find the second player as well? It would be very nice, but it doesn't matter. His teammates are there for it. And magnificent defensive work there at Boston. They're all down.
All 4 very clean, and Priest the only man to fall in that situation. That's interesting timing. Maybe Shotzi a little bit of revenge and showing off the smooth moves from whatever cam he wants. Shotzi flying so fast that Boston just got a clean 4 down, and he's already behind you.
You'd never know. You'd never be able to guess this. His teammates are taking a little bit longer. They're having to fight their way through Boston. 2 members now for Optic on it, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Here comes Shotzi right into the feed. Onto the zone. Beans, oh, he's just been obscured. Can Beans find a 2-piece? He does! What a save! Boston again.
Shotzi hates fighting beads. I feel like he just does it time and time again. But either way, because Shotzi was able to get here, it just alleviates so much pressure on the map. A team kill there from Optic. Still winning some of the gunfights, looking for the final set of trades. But Dashy, last man standing, well, and killed his teammate with a nade. He dies to a nade. You gotta love the synergy.
Unbelievable work. Major Maniac again there. The Renetti, the last one. 3 spree again as we're into the final minute of the second round. Snoopy with a nade of his own. Dashy from inside. Another big win. Last man left alive, Beans. Can he find the heroics again?
This is going to be bad for our hearts. And, well, Dashy, Renetti, clock has been stopped. 5 lives remaining, but only 6 for Boston. And, well, now Texas, only the last man standing, but you're able to sit in through the door. It's an inch away for the cap.
No fucking way.
Major
How does that even
Maniac
happen?
and Priesta gonna get it done.
What a round from Boston Breach. I don't believe it. The 3-man stack was dealt with. Optic certainly feeling the sting there.
Yo, a Major Maniac, 15-7.
My guy.
Yeah, not the expectation. He's an S&D guy. You want him to go about even in the respawns, but if he's popping off, that man is putting in some serious work. But there's the moves from Priesta, too. In the chaos, just delivers. And that's a round where Optic nearly captured both zones at the exact same time. Boston stopped both. 2 ticks had gone through. That was 2 minutes of defense that Boston stayed out on top. And now they're going straight towards B.
And not to mention the 3 pixel perfect saves they managed to land. Shotzi traded. Wow, what an unbelievable game of control this has been so far. A bit of Priesta trying to get in. He's trying to help his teammate out at this moment in time. It's a B and A hit. Snoopy fighting solo for now. Shotzi, he wins 1. The trade's again good. Over to Snoopy. Can't win anymore. Be safe. Over to A.
And the A zone going to be maybe a little bit slow. Actually, the Boston player hopping off to look for some extra kills. And this is still a mixy moment. Still keeping the pressure over towards this B zone. Kenny on defense has a couple players looking at it. He's shooting at everybody, but he's getting traded and overwhelmed. Priest has made it behind you, but Optic are aware. Kenny has called this out, and Pred will be able to hunt him down. Bean's not by himself, maybe looking for a little bit of magic once again.
Looking for a little bit more than magic at this point in time. He's going to need a miracle. Optic are flying in. Oh, it's not a miracle he needed. It's simply Major Maniac. He finds 1 out of it, and an awkward battle towards the back line. Priest is now going to be here, as Boston have started to effectively trade chance like a pro team, like we know they are. They're actually trading. I don't believe what I'm seeing. The second segment at A gone as well.
And they're going to have so much time because, yeah, I think not going to be able to defend this A zone. It's been a solo capture virtually this entire time. So maybe extra drains on the life front. So 20 remaining for both teams. It's plenty for a moment. You're definitely going to have to be careful the longer this goes because, as you pointed out, the trades, I mean, they're just out and about all over the place.
19-9 for Major Maniac. There's the 20th kill for Spree. Here comes 21. Oh, I called that one a little prematurely. Oh, dear. Dashy and Shotzi pairing up, pushing those players out of the top side of the map. Towards the middle, that's where Beans is. And we're looking towards at least 1 or 2 kills here. His patience has paid off in previous rounds. We'll see if it can happen again.
Well, this is an interesting standoff moment between him and Kenny. And while Kenny didn't even have to be too big of a factor, Pred gonna get him through the wall. What a stun as well, just to disrupt it. Snoopy still able to pick up an extra 1, but just because Dashy has been hanging out in the junkyard, Boston are consistently gonna be spawning so far away, means you're gonna have to execute the pushes just a little bit better.
1 minute to go, Optic to take the lead. Snoopy opens up 1. Here come the flow of reinforcements for Boston Breach. Shotzi with a quick trade. Lovely shots from Kenny. Oh dear, bad timing. Priesta somehow finds a way through. Pred on the defense once again. Trades. 3 members of Boston on the approach now.
Dominic cross Beans and Snoopy able to get out. They're going to be causing chaos, but that's it. Only 2. Shotzi playing for the spawners, and he catches the reinforcements and catches everything, including Kenny's bullets. Shotzi, always behind you, always making the heads-up play.
Tremendous damage.
Shit.
6 lives left for Boston, 11 on Optic. 25 seconds on the clock. You got 1 more good hit at this one. Pred, he and Shotzi pushing the front line forward. The pinch is now on. Will Major Maniac read this? Oh, it doesn't matter. He can't hit a thing. It's 3 in the feed. 3 lives remaining as Shotzi once again floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee.
And well, unfortunately, Major not punching like a heavyweight. He's sort of fighting like I do in my dreams. Just a little bit too much sand in his system. And Optic take full advantage of it. 2-1 up now in round count. And Kenny certainly feeling the stress.
They all are. I truly believe they are feeling this one.
I will say, on paper, if you'd asked me before this series, this would have been the map that Boston had sort of the closest odds on. Still would have picked Optic for it, but certainly with a little bit of magic like that, yeah, Shotzi just overtime. Collecting extras to his highlight reels. Such a nuisance.
Yeah, it's lovely work. Map point, Optic Texas, to take the lead here in the series. Boston, let's see what you've got on a defensive round.
It'll be standard stuff from Optic at the very least, and effectively standard stuff for Boston on defense as well. But Shotzi, the thorn in your side, already making his impact, and you think he might be going towards B. You got Major Maniac effectively waiting for Shotzi to cross. Meanwhile, Shotzi on the other side of the map, Pred flying around as well. The jungle gym that is Karachi. Optic feasting so far on offense.
And lovely work from Dashi there to stay alive. He just lays prone.
The good thing about Dashi
to get the job done,
is that he don't got no fucking movement.
Keeping him safe again.
But when you shoot as straight as Dashi does, it's like
the Preddy Deddy play.
You don't gotta
be able to get anything out of it.
No matter how fast the game gets or whatever happens,
towards B.
He's gonna be good regardless.
Giving up A, lining up for the last chance here on the map.
And Pred, maybe a decision of whether or not he wants to flank everybody else, going straight through red. Priesta gets one, gets traded out. Here's the pressure on the zone. Shotzi for 31 kills, and, well, now he's behind you, as is tradition. Good reads, though, from Beans. Beans against Shotzi. Not the sort of rivalry I was expecting, but Beans making an impact, and, well, Shotzi, he is the reinforcement. And he's just free and clear. I'd be Priesta not even watching the cross, so Shotzi behind enemy lines again.
Yeah, it is a crazy string. It's now 3 players there for Optic, closer to the zone. Dashi, the only man on the capture. Oh, bit of bad timing again. A lot of
How does that even
and Priesta once again proven to be a pain in the arse. Can he deal with Shotzi? He can. Priesta finds another. Kenny with the immediate trades, and the reinforcement battle now brings the fight to the car park.
And this is so delicate, too. These are moments for Boston where you have to be able to get these trades to force the round 5, because Optic, it's going to be a constant flood. They're getting the close spawns. They're going to be active in Major Maniac. You're playing it from a passive position. It does not feel good as an MCW. The trades, Boston maybe coming out on top. Priesta for 3. Again, it is only Snoopy that can shut him down.
We saw the 47th team kill of the series so far. A fake stat, but look at this pressure. Kenny, big damage. Beans holding him back.
Like,
Priesta with an A once again. As Boston try to strengthen the line. Priesta on the back alley again, wins another against Shotzi. Reinforcements on the flow. Dashi with his. Snoopy finding the kills, and that is a 1 life difference at this moment in time and a minute to go.
Hey, this honestly, it's looking like it's coming down to lives as well. So whichever team recognizes that first, maybe going to be on point. But Dashi throws his life away in that moment, runs into the pre-aim of Priesta, and now, well, you're looking for the trades, but Pred dancing between everybody, runs into the pre-aim of Priesta. Shotzi behind you again, as is tradition. Working with Kenny, trying to make the play.
It's a 5 spree from Priesta. Snoopy sends it. As Shotzi pumping his way towards the point. Major Maniac on the pinch, defensively well done. Out of Boston again. Pred fighting forward. Beans holding them bay as well. This is non-stop, and it might be coming down the kills. Can Priesta get one more for the cruise? No, it's done. Kenny gets it. The clock goes red, 15 to go.
You just got to win a 1. Just win a 1. Major Maniac gives you 1 against Pred. Beans gives you 1 against Shotzi. A 4 versus 2, but no time on the cross. Major actually maybe going to give it up in the final second, but the stun connects in devastation in that round. Fantastic game of TDM being played right there, and Optic feeling the heat. That's a moment where Boston just need to make sure you're consistent with the trades, and they delivered. And that's a hell of a round, too. I'm pretty sure Priesta might have just completely popped off. I don't know how many got in that round, but I think double digits might have been on the horizon.
Oh my god, it was ridiculous series of kills from Priesta there. Optic just unable to find an opening. At what point does the mental game start to
if Boston wins this, it gets serious, by the way, if Boston wins this map because of the S&D woes for Optic Texas.
Final round in this honestly historic series. Nameless has been calling it a banger all day, and those who thought he was trolling, you were wrong. This has been quite the contest so far. Priester finds himself his first. Will not read Kenny in that position, though. Over towards A on the capture we go.
Yeah, still, though, if that's the opening break from Optic, 2 players over towards B like that, should be easy to capture the A zone. Snoopy gets a little left out to dry, though, but at least you get the trades on Pred after the fact. But, I mean, these are not players right now for Boston getting active. They've just given Optic so much space on the defensive end, and you've yet to actually stop the clock. Dashy back in Junkyard. He is behind you. Now Beans being the lone man on the objective. Boston a little bit scattered right now, the timing slightly off, and they might get punished for it.
Yeah, Major Maniac in the far forward position gets brought down, as does everybody else, and now Optic trying to tighten the grip around Boston here on the map. Beans and Major Maniac fight their way out. Shotzzy with a sweet corner. It should be good for at least one from here, but we've seen it change time and time again. There it is, Major Maniac, quick read onto the zone.
Ooh, failed moves there from Kenny, and I would do the same thing. If you can't hit the hop, just make sure you do it on foot. And Beans isn't picking up the flank just yet, so Kenny should have at least one freebie. There it is, and now Major Maniac may be food for fodder. Too many different directions to look, and feet too big. Kenny from the power position gets it done, and I mean, now Boston might have to flood over towards this B zone, but that is not by choice. It is by force. It is a painful spot to be in.
Kenny, lovely damage. Not enough to get the kill, though. Optic now moving forward, and nobody felt to call that one out, apparently, as Kenny finds kill number 5 in a row.
And again, like, just around the objective, Boston just leaving each other out to dry near the zone, and that's a 3. Make it 4.
Let's go!
Wipe in Boston.
Oh,
I don't know what kind of breakdown you just experienced in this round, but Kenny's standing in your spawn, bored, waiting for gunfights.
Oh my God, Sasha beats the fuck out of Snoopy.
In the middle, and Optic
Oh
just
my
on the lap
God.
of your spawn, and it's everything in the feed. It's guns,
Come on,
knees, and
boys.
fists. Pure violence. And here comes the streaks from Kenny, just to make sure.
Let's fucking go.
Complete
Get him the fuck out of here, bro. There's no
round as
fucking way
Optic take
we're
the lead.
2-1 right now.
Man, and I don't know
Holy
what happened on the
fucking
opening
shit.
break, but we watched Priesta get a
damn.
kill on the flank and then gets the call out that Kenny's also nearby towards B. And then someone from Optic also filled in red as well. So Optic basically have only Pred defending the A zone, and somehow when Snoopy's capturing it, his teammates do not have his back, and Pred just gets the kill from top third. So I don't know what happened off the opening break on the other side of the map, but I know for Boston, Navy letting the pressure slip through. Awkward timings in control, and they slowed down tremendously in the final round. So no funny business there in the control. Optic Texas take care of business, and so much credit to Shotzi and Dashy. Those two were absolutely shooting.
Working real hard. 7,000 damage there from Shotzi. On the other side of the board, Priestess 35 and 35. It's safe to say the man was well and truly involved in that map. A very, very strong closeout in the final round. And that Karachi control, 16 minutes, folks. That one was certainly a marathon. Whew. Well, what a series this has turned out to be. Highlights from that one, folks, and we really saw it all.
And again, first 4 rounds, pretty great from both the teams. Round 5, just Boston, absolutely no ice. I know their Game 5 record, 1-12. Their Round 11 record, well, they get an extra one in Map 2, so I think now 2-7 overall, but still not icy. And they're in the Round 5, looked like a completely different team, but so much of this is just going to be a Shotzi montage, literally discovering new things about the map every time you watch them play.
Every time. Crazy, crazy saves on the zones. BNA from Boston in the approach towards that final round. We really saw some crazy, crazy close finishes. This was one of them from Priester. Plenty of action there, and that Karachi control. Can't wait to see how that one goes down at the major again. A lot of teams getting very, very good at both attacking and defending. We always end up starting the season off with, oh, this map is favorable to attack on, and by the end of the season, either they're very, very different, thanks to patchwork or thanks to teams changing strategies or learning how to play these maps a lot better. And I think Karachi's become a real close one. We're always getting blowouts and close ones on Vista Chance. That's the comeback central, and I feel like Karachi is just it's sort of the control equivalent of that in the comeback department.
Yeah, Karachi can quite literally give you anything and everything in any given moment. You can double capture both the zones at the exact same time. You can get put in a spawn trap blender on either side. I don't know, it's thematic. Almost every single different thing you could have in a control map. Karachi quite literally does have it all, but great news from Optic. The S&D might have slipped. You might now be on an 8-lost S&D spree, but you win the nail biter of a Karachi and the Rio hardpoint. These guys should be singing sweet. Obviously, Boston, their hardpoint record has been abysmal throughout this stage. And I mean, Miles, you were correct, actually. One of their higher scoring games was in the map 1, and they only got to 170.
Top three. Hard points so far in stage 4. It ain't good though. It's big time Bond vibes when it comes to the record. Optic Texas at 7-3 on a 4-win spree, 8 loss on the side of Boston. I mean, Charles, the team KD's not massively different across the board, but my God, just not being able to win it for Boston to stay alive in the series and do the unthinkable and force the game 5 on Rio is too tall an order, I fear.
And just to sort of translate the stats into Call of Duty speak, a negative 80-point average like loss margin is getting slammed is what that means. Not great, and it is on a consistent basis. It's not a good look when you score 170 points and we're like, hey, that's better than usual. It's not bad.
Yeah. Here we go. Saw a little debut there, or sorry, not debut, but a little cameo from Coach Shawnee, who obviously had a very, very exciting debut playing for Boston Breach this season. Never a great sign when that has to happen, but he played his heart out, and they certainly had a good time. Optic Texas having a good time now as they feel like the series is theirs to truly win now. Can they throw it? That's the question. And will we see a game 5? Rio hardpoint on the way.
And an 8-4 record means Optic fans going to be quite a bit more comfortable on this map. And I know the record isn't too terrible for Boston at 3-3, but they are not great at holding the hills, and they are not great at breaking them. This is certainly a roster that they have struggled all the same, and Dashy is a shooter. I think that's sort of like the win condition in my mind for Boston. You need the shooters to have those crazy pop-off games, the big moments. We've seen basically every player, but Snoopy maybe this series sort of take their turns and have those moments, but you need a little bit extra just to be competitive.
2-2 off the rip here for Optic Texas. Nice shots from Snoopy there, soaring. But a little too hot, as Snoopy tends to get. Predator shots here, then make the hard point wide open, make it all Optic Texas, and Major Maniac has to back on up. Too much damage dealt, Priest of trades. Lethal affair from Shotzi as he presses forward.
Come on, end it here. End it here, boys.
Yeah,
end it here.
I mean, you more or less win the opening break. You control the hill, and then you just check 27 corners where nobody is, and you just die and get broken down. And well, Optic maintaining the spawns as well over towards P2 and keeping the pressure up around the hill. Pred tries to track down, and Priest is going to catch him, but Optic are happy to trade away the final maybe 15 seconds of scrap. They'll be at a small deficit, but they have a wild setup on the new hill. So much so that Shotzi is re-pinching P1. Boston, if I'm them, you hit the go button and work this guy on the flank. Kenny, he has tucked himself in a deep pocket in the map and can only give you one.
Oh, through the front, Shotzi Beans trades out. Wait, Beans, whoa! It's a big win from Dashi. Fred now moving as fast as he possibly can. Brilliant tags in a Priest of the air. Great catch. That could have been a big problem there for the setup for Optic. But they've got P2 now, and they've got the time, and they've got everyone from Boston coming out one alley until Priest hits the wrap.
Yeah, bad timing there from Ken. Yeah, Priesta maybe on a slightly late there on the pinch, but it ends up working out for Boston. Just to try to open up the floodgates, but Dashi trying to slow him down because Shotzi on the pinch can't give you anything but damage. Boston have the break, and all for the final 20 seconds right now, Boston just want to keep Optic pinned back in their spawn, make them fight as long as possible. These guys like Beans are rotating over towards New. And well, only 10 seconds for the final bit of scrap Optic able to collect, and this would be Boston's opportunity to now get back on the game. All 4 players up, and they are turtling, waiting for the pressure to come to them.
It's a 2-man lineup on the back line here. Priester and Major Maniac take care of their first. Beans gets the second there on a shot, see the middle of the map, so Optic take a couple of big hits. Pred somehow winning that sensational gunfight. Hardpoint now in contest. Dashi and Shotzi punch on through, and that's their time.
Yeah, and Boston turtled so hard that now they lose the spawns. They let Optic just get up and take control to grab the time and block it. I mean, that entire setup for Boston was basically just praying that Beans wins the fight on the players that come in there through boxes, and well, that's tough. You're not going to have success.
Not going to have it at all. the firing squad of the back line here by the arcade. Fred, he gets at least one more out of it. Snoopy once again just absolutely full sends into the point. Good news, you're going to get 12 seconds of scrap time. Bad news, you have a long way to go. Your Optic players are now, okay, the pinch might be on here. Major Maniac causing problems. Shots has got the front covered. If Kenny, can he get 2 here? That'd be huge. No, you've still got an open avenue to work with, and spawns are a little squirrely.
Yeah, not fun to be Shotzzy in this moment with Rival 9. Dashy calling out, well, all 3. He's going to be screaming for help, but it's the man in boxes that takes him down, and Bean's doing so much. Shotzzy shooting players out of the sky, but can't get it done, and, I mean, hey, the pinch for Boston, at least able to break the hill to make things mixy. Question is, though, who can come out on top? Kenny hunting players down, the reinforcements for Optic are in, and, well, now they have a bit of stability.
I think the damage was the difference maker there. Optic got so much damage into those attackers that they weren't able to take out those straight gunfights. You do allow Optic to get in there on the second push. The second wave nearly indifferent.
Oh my god, that was a perfect pinch by fucking Shotzzy,
the difference between the first wave and the second wave. Just one big hit there. Optic at the break. 15 seconds to go here. Chance they've still got firm control here on the map while this caster resets.
And Boston not watching the pinch. Dashy times it out perfectly, so he's on a 4 spree, and Boston, they win the rotation in the sense that they get there first, but they're effectively trapped on the back steps, and, well, Dashy there to hunt you down, him and Kenny for the first trade, so Boston, the early rotation for what? Didn't even bother to watch the flank get broken down instantly.
Fred eating bullets. Boston going for it. They're getting closer and closer. The trophies are working. Snoopy once again with a 49th team kill. He hates Priester. Hates him so much. Another team kill. And Pred's still alive in this life as he's dancing around. Shotzzy backing him up. Whoa, a little bit windy there as Pred finds it. Trades again. Optic. They've got the kills, not the time just yet.
Yeah, and then Boston, like, you know, they're
Right
sort
on
of
the pinch.
playing like a default
Right on the
game.
pinch.
Doing some
Might hit
standard
my Sabless
stuff.
right
A lot
now.
of the plays are fine, but they're never really giving you any bit
Let's go.
extra. And obviously Optic, well, when they get the kills, they capitalize and, I mean, just take you down, pin you back and spawn, and just really a fully forced effort. And again, they'll make plays like this if Pred just going such a distant route to get behind you, so Pred willing to give you a little bit extra. And now Boston on the rotation of P1 just endlessly getting shot in the back.
Oh, yeah. Back to P1 we go, Optic Texas. Happy to be here. Really, really happy. Huge smiles across their faces. They soak this away. A couple of kills, though. The Shotzzy finds himself in a bit of trouble. Holds it together. Bington, Snoopy, see you later, boys. Major Maniac with the final cleanups, and Boston with the break.
Major Maniac nicely timed out there on the flank, or maybe just off the spawn. That's it. Closed door at the wrong time, and they're getting peppered up with nades and stuns. Priest, a good time to go on this pinch. Freebie there on Dashy, and a couple more players lined up. Number 2 there for Priesta, and, well, then the chaos continues, and
good fucking trades.
On top.
Right on
Let's
top.
fucking
15
go.
seconds to spare, Boston. You caused some problems, but you didn't cause enough of a problem. Beans with a Rival 9, a problem in its own right. Can he get another one here? He can. Nice work. All 4 down. That's time, and that spawns for New.
In any pro team, you get a 4 down like that, you take advantage of it, and you start running the score up. So a 70-point difference in these two teams at the start of this hill, and Priesta, veteran player, knows how to win, gets aggressive, picks up 2 spawners, and look who never blocked the back spawn. Shout out Boston. Optic might just get this break.
They should get this break. That is it. The sting is in. Major Maniac can't win an impossible gunfight, and Priesta has to try and do it all. Well, that's Dashy. That's nearly it. There's 30 seconds remaining at this point as Boston scramble to try to make something of this bad situation as Optic just sit in at hard point, boys, and keep smiling.
I mean, come on. Like, you get a 4-man white. Priest that does the right thing. He pushes up. He gets the spawners, and then you don't even block spawns.
Look,
like, what are we talking about here, man?
It's the first day, man, all right? They've managed to get a map with. They're just looking.
They haven't won in over 3 months.
Holy shit.
And here we go. It might not be the day today. 185 and climbing. Boston with a rotation to New. Can they find the kills?
And 1 player in the hill and 3 players sitting in the back spawn. Hey, if you get the gunfights, though, you absolutely can deal out some damage from the back, and they obviously have the intel on Dashy as well. But Dashy doing a nice job, doesn't throw away his life, waits for his teammates to get in the mix, and gives you a little bit extra.
A little bit of extra sauce here. Dashy on a 3. Can't get the 4th. Beans there with the big kills. Kenny from upstairs, the last man here for Optic to cause any kind of problems. He's done. So, Boston, Breach, congratulations on a lovely P3.
This is great too. Still though, 25 seconds to fight for, and again, you want the spawns on this side for the new time. So Optic gonna keep the fight up. Dashy, the man trying to deal out some damage, gets caught in. Beautiful trades. That is a incredibly...
A lot of players in the time. Even better news for Optic, you have to worry about streaks, so you're safe from above. Trophies will be in place. Pred has got himself on the side, over towards the site as well. Hard point, plenty of players. Trey's now starting. Bad time from Pred, gives it up. Snoopy flies on in. Last man, Kenny. Can he find any more? No, that's the break. Boston are in.
And I swear, watching it, it's almost like Optic are just like expecting things to be a little bit faster. Boston a little bit slower on the decision making, so the Call of Duty timing ends up working out in their favor. So big moment to get the break in 30 seconds. Maybe they're just going to do it the hard way to tie this game up. Now Priest to cut off kills. Can't quite give you the second, but the trades are in.
He's looking fine out there. We're on the way to a lead change. Let's find out if it happens in this listen-in with Boston Breach.
I'm leaving. Okay, leave it. I want one fucking break right here. Let's take mid to each other mid. Talk to each other mid. I'm not saying you can. 3, 2, 1. Nothing you. You, Fred. Run away.
Here we go.
Okay,
Here we go.
I'll help you mid. I'll help you mid. I'll see him in front. Can we set up? You back him left. Let's work you, Eric. Yeah, I'm trying. Sunday time. You want me? Wait. Left corner.
Let's go, Kenny.
You.
No way. What the fuck?
I'm weak. I'm on shot. You push it. One time. I'll get time. I'll get time. Watch my left. I'll get time in a second. Hold on. They're all front. I'm on top. They're all front. Done. Left.
How the fuck does that even happen?
Alright, first guy's Dashy. Kenny, deep left, one shot, bro. Yeah, one's going info. Yeah, one's going info. Yeah, you can one shot. Weak. I take time. Eric, you go wait and wait. Yeah, I'm gonna go through box. I'm gonna streak in 2 seconds. I'm streaking in 2 seconds. Streaking now. I'm holding. Alright, yo, one's lobby, two. Put the Zig time and bridge. Zig time bridge lobby. They're gonna be 2 new. 2 new. I got one. More you and top. Alright, bridge.
Let's go. Keep slamming, boys. Keep slamming, boys.
Kenny
no way.
Gets brought down eventually. Priester, a man who knows how to win a map, fighting with literally everything they've got. Boston in control.
And Priesta giving it the entries. He's waiting for his teammates, setting up on P1. They got the crossfires covered, and Optic now running into death. It was a 90-point deficit in this game, but Boston might be able to do it, might be able to force this game 5. It's going to come down to P2.
Got to be a great P1 and a big old rotation. Shotzi and Dashy in the feed, saving what could be a tough spot to be in. Can Snoopy sneak through? Shotzi spied him out.
Oh my gosh, Shotzi just went huge.
Makes safe the hard point, but here we go. One more break's all you need.
Yeah, never seen that gunfight before. Shotzi always teaching me something new, but there's the nade kill on Kenny, who should spawn out. No, still in the back, but Snoopy gives you an extra entry. Boston here to swarm Kenny off free spawn. Just trying to slow you down, but the Boston players, they're here. 5 seconds, they get the game.
Mix is in. Oh my God.
Are you fucking serious right now?
5. What a day of Call of Duty this is! The pressure has never been higher for Optic Texas. We were joking about it. 11th and 12th seed going toe-to-toe in one of the most competitive series of the day. And it does not feel like that for Optic. You better pull something out special here, boys. You can't win a major and then lose to Boston.
This is actually unreal. I think the most surprised person about that map win might have been Snoopy. His player cam reaction went, oh my, like what? We're back in the game 5 situation again, and I don't know what to think at this point. You have Optic now on an 8 S&D loss spree, on a 4 series loss spree. I know it's against Boston. Boston, the biggest problem all year, it's been the clutches. It's been the map 5s. They were on a 15 map loss spree on top of a 15 series loss spree coming into this series. What a wild way to potentially end the online year for these two teams. I know they got just a little bit left, but it is the second to last day of the online gameplay. And Boston have made this so much more interesting than we ever thought they were going to. But there you see the gap, like 141 to 61, all the way up to 163 to 90, like an 80, 70 point difference in the middle section of this game. In just a gargantuan comeback. What a masterclass of a P3, by the way. I know the first time they played, turtle up a little bit, sort of go 50-50, but absolutely capitalize and fix their mistakes the second go around. Really ricocheted them up and launched themselves back into the game. I cannot believe how much composure we just witnessed out of the Boston Breach camp.
Well, Major Maniac is on that team. Can we keep it going here for Boston Breach to end the run? You win a map, can you win a series in front of a watch party as well? We've got a tweet here worth every penny. We got Tito, we got Smitty out there. I know Doug's there as well, and this has been the most unbelievable day for Boston Breach fans in quite some time. Really, we cannot stress enough how important this is for them to just find some success. I mean, does it matter in the long run? No, they're not going to champs, but they will be going to that major, and what a way to do it. Boston Breach, Optic Texas, Game 5, Rio, search and destroy after the break.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
The Champs Tracer pack is available now. The bundle includes the Reaper Operator skin, Ripper Weapon Blueprint, Death Stare Weapon Blueprint, Cuts Deep Charm, 2 calling cards, 2 emblems, and 2 weapon stickers. Use these items in both Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Warzone. Available in store now using Call of Duty points.
Well, folks, in an unprecedented series of events, Boston Breach have managed to not only win a search and destroy, but also win a hard point against your major winners, Optic Texas. So now we find ourselves in deeply troubling waters. Game 5 here on Rio. Search and destroy has not been good for Optic Texas, and right now, Boston have just sort of rediscovered their ability as a professional Call of Duty team. And oh, Boston with the tweets as well.
Wow. Boston, though, yeah, lost 9 straight game 5s. This has been the biggest problem for the team all year. Boston have always been like maybe sort of middle of the pack in a bunch of different game modes, able to fight, get to the game 5s. But quite literally, if they were like going 50-50 in their game 5s, these guys might be going to champs. Frankly, might not have been like jumbling the rosters up too much, but instead, negative ice has been their issue, and well, an opportunity to clutch up really at the tail end of the year. And what a Kobe. Major Maniac from downtown catches Dashy. Unexpected in the S&D, but man advantage, Boston.
Yeah, that's top side of the minimap. That's from like truck to truck. Beautiful stuff. Beans, huge pressure. I saw that player as well. The bomb down at B. 2-1 split here for the remaining members of Optic Texas. Shotzzy has got to do something special. Oh, he is eviscerated. And Pred has been spotted as well now. Beans, the pressure applied. And Boston, an immaculate opening round.
That is, I mean, perfect. That is as good as it gets. Exactly how you want to set the tone. No trophies in round 1. I think Major probably got a couple extra tags on Dashy and then just lands it perfectly. And Beans doing his job on the flank as well. And keep in mind from Optic, if they lose this, I mean, it's like a guarantee. They're going to end up in loser's bracket come the major. Even if they win this, they still have pressure on them to win or make it to winner's bracket in the major. So there are certainly stakes on the line. Start loser's bracket at a tournament. That means that tournament is one and done for you. And Optic looking to respond on the attack straight over towards the A site. Beans on a crucial heady, but it's only for the info.
Priester on the inside of the bomb site. Rival 9 in hand. Or is it a Sorg? My God, the first kill was lovely. Here comes the attack on the trade. No one there for it. As Priester managing to just get away with his life. Oh, it's hella awkward, but he's still alive. 2v2.
Him and Major working together, former teammates. He talked about how Major used to play for the old Atlanta FaZe year 1 of the CDL. Yeah. Well, maybe they have a little bit of chemistry together. Do they make the read on the rotation? By the looks of it, they do. Or maybe they're just jumping back and forth. P-Dog and Major going to be working this together. See if they can isolate a kill. But with 40 seconds left, Optic yet to make a decision, and they have no info on this push.
Uh-oh. Catches one, trades immediate. Dashy now sending it. Priester, he
just fucking way.
P-Dog nips at his heels and is back-to-back rounds for Boston.
And Priester, always a player with a good mental. He just stays grounded in these moments. Excuse me, coughed a little bit, but that's a 4-0 start as well. So, talking about Priester, a player that just knows how to win. He's been popping off, making some ridiculous plays. I mean, he's showing off the good stuff so far in this series, but still for Boston, a very long way to go.
Optic on defense. Hard hit towards B. And so there they go. They send all they've got. The double, maybe triple nade towards that long street where Dashy was found in the first round. I'm pretty sure nobody home. So 3 members on B here for Optic. Priester still on the prowl for the kill, looking towards that bomb site. They've got it, but here's Pred.
He's going to have to back down, though. That's too many players, too big of a presence. So not even going for the bomb down, actually. Priester gives in a garage and maybe tries to see if he can catch a player slipping, but everybody's here for this retake. Optic, first man to fall, gonna be potentially, I don't know who, Pred. So much damage just got dealt. A 2v2 split already. And now it's Major and Beans, the AR, trying to get it done.
Trying to get it done. Tons of damage. Timing on this is going to be great. Major Maniac finds a corner. Dashy brought down. He and Kenny are there. It's all down to Beans. Can Kenny and Dashy clutch it? 1v1. Beans!
You fucking kidding me, dude?
What was that? Oh my God. 3 in a row for Boston.
And we're just, yeah, man, Optic mantling on Vans. We're just, it's a full commitment to the cause. And they are dying in vain as Boston picking them apart again, either bullying them out in rounds or clutching a 1v2 like this. I mean, a rare moment where Dashy not even able to hit a bullet, and Kenny accident or not, doesn't even peek through the window. Just hand delivers, bow wrapped a gift to Beans. 3-0 lead for Boston.
3-0. Composure not currently in the vocabulary of the Optic Texas team. We'll see if they can discover it. Fast plant and a first blood as well. A great start here in the round. Can they keep it going? As Priest answers back.
And dances away as well, but the bomb is down, so now you're really having to hunt these players down. Time is not going to be on your side, but Priest still already in prime position. Catches Shotzi. 3v2.
It was literally a perfect attack here. Shoulder spotted. Snoopy guns
Oh,
Kenny.
like
Pred. Last man.
Oh my
gone.
fucking God, he's serious right now.
Boston breach.
And a 4-0 lead and smiles on their faces. The first time Boston in a long time might actually be playing with a little bit of confidence. Optic tried to punch them. They went for the quick plant. They got it down almost immediately and just get finessed and picked apart. Priest is still making plays. Dashy not ready for the gunfight when he's laying underneath the window, and Priest is smooth moves, repositions. Next time they spotted him, he's jumping on top of the vending machine. 7-1. Priesta feeling good.
I mean, these plays from Priesta, the immaculate movement as well. Perfect slides. Stays out of the line of sight of the player there. Shotzi by vending machines. Could not have done a better job if he tried. 4-0. 7-1 for Priesta. He has absolutely taken control of this series.
He's trying to maybe leave the online stage with good memories for us in his name, but that's Brett getting active. He was jumping on for the first blood, and he does get traded. Honestly impressive. He was able to get that kill at all, and for the 3v3, Priesta backing down and is on a 4 spree. Maybe a thought in the distance to get cruise missile. Still, though, got to focus on the round. Optic squaring up down B Street.
Major Maniac, did he just throw the perfect nade to catch those players at the back? No, he does not. Dashy, lovely work there. Shots, he makes his way towards the bomb site, tagged up. A bit of info. Major Maniac. Can he play patiently? He does, but it will not matter. Shots, what an unbelievable kill. All down to Beans and Optic, finally get themselves on the board.
Yeah, and just a disconnect between Beans and Major, it felt like. Like, Shotzi gets tagged up. Major is in a position where he can sort of see him on the cross, but Major just plays it passive and ends up getting picked apart. So, nice response, and Optic doing a good job to at least group up together when they have the man advantage. And Brad making a nice play for the first blood as well. But there go the streaks from Priesta. You bought yourselves just a little bit of momentum, or at least killed it for Boston. Still, though, want to go back-to-back. Being down 5-1 can feel insurmountable. Got to strike quick.
Quick, immediate. Gets towards the middle there from Optic. They've taken complete control of this area, and that's going to be a plant as well. Major Maniac's got himself a corner, but the man will not be moving. Big wrap there from the Optic boys. However, it's on the minimap Kenny who spotted them all out.
Well, I don't know. He spotted at least one and got some shots in, but you're still working with basically no information of where Boston's going to be coming from. But here's the moves towards the middle of the map. Great reaction for Sassi. Trades rolling through. It is out and about. Players trying to hunt each other down, and Snoopy slides into death for the 2v2.
Major Maniac with a Rebel 9 gets his Kenny. Last
What
man.
Oh,
it's
my
done.
God.
17 seconds on the clock. Boston breach. Match point.
And the Boston breach bang out as well of the site. You had Major Maniac lying in wait for when his team actually made the moves, and ended up being a great play, even just to have the rival in hand. I don't know if that was from the jump or picked it up off a corpse, but either way, nice setup there for the retake. And an interesting idea as well. 5-1 lead. I mean, if you're Boston, you can just full send. You can be as aggressive as you want and play with some freedom. They're looking to make this 9 loss spree. And search and destroy for Optic come to fruition.
Well, the 3% of our fans who picked Boston to win this match must be feeling pretty good right now. Optic Texas. Nades are done. They've vacated B. They're looking towards A.
And Boston also don't have any eyes on B Street, so they might have to be a little bit worried about that potential flank rolling through. Nobody's actually utilizing that from Optic, but they have just given up a pretty serious amount of map space, which I think means they're going to have to force this towards A.
Optic are committing towards the A attack.
Maybe not. Here we go.
They're in. B's open. A is full of Optic players right now. Here comes the plant.
And Priest are going to get it down. And, I mean, no one from Optic's in position for the trades. How do you want to retake this? maybe all 4 players group it together and run it down through the front. Boston, this could quite literally be it. Your first win in 3 months.
Here comes Optic. 2 through the stairs, 1 Eski. Priest lying in wait for it. First blood.